Are we live?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Straight Outta Austin, post-Wizard World edition. We're excited to be joined by...
Kelly Nova!
Ace Nova!
Ace!
I love that little delay there.
Nice. I was kind of worried at first. I was like, is he going to say anything? And it's just like, boom!
I see you shivering there with anticipation.
Nice. Fuzzy Slippers should be joining us at some point to eat all the pizza that I ordered.
Yeah.
That is my hope, dream, and desire.
Nom, nom.
And yes, and in spirit, Luis will be enjoying some pizza as well.
Of course.
So as I said, this weekend, the weekend minus Sunday was World Austin.
Well, the reason why he says that is because Wizard World Austin was from Thursday through Saturday.
And you can imagine the kind of foot traffic there was on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everyone was in attendance.
Well, and it was ACL.
Yeah,
and it was a home football
yeah,
game.
And it was just after Alamo City, which was in San Antonio, and it's in between New York Comic-Con.
I think, MondoCon was, 2 weeks ago, too.
Nobody was there
Like,
this weekend.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody came to our birthday party.
Yeah.
Just sitting there with the cake as the candle melts down.
Yeah.
I think the location's great and everything, and I think the people are pretty nice for the most
The
part.
location's great.
But apparently Wizard World doesn't really want to put in the effort, so...
Yeah. I don't know. The people that run it, it just feels like it's all about how much money they can make and how much money they can squeeze out of people going to the con and people that are participating in the con.
Yeah.
Because, so the last 2 years, we've had a fan table. And this year they decided to phase out fan tables. Now, the worst part about this isn't even just the fact that they phased them out, but it's still on the website for the section for fan tables.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's just blank, though. But even worse is the
you could have this, but no.
Yeah, and the registration for fan tables is still there. It just redirects to small press.
What?
Yeah. So I didn't know until Jay went to the it was like some pre-party that they had on Wednesday. Which you can imagine, there were tons of people there.
Oh.
It was like 5 people.
Yeah, it was like Jay, his wife, and Jason David Frank just all hanging out pretty much. So if you love fashion from Hot Topic from the late 90s, you would have loved it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so we had to find out from them there that there were no fan tables.
You had to find out from them at the after party the day before the con.
Yeah. Because, I even contacted them hey, what's up with these fan tables? And no response.
Well, they actually would have made the convention center seem full if they actually had freaking fan tables.
Yeah. Or a bigger artist alley. I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or put not all the celebrity signings in one area. Because then
I don't know. I think that works pretty well. Because it's kind of out of the way. And
what I was trying to say is to help the artists recuperate their heavy fee that costs them to get there, have them set up in between so people have to walk through them and therefore see something they love and buy.
Oh.
So, you paid to get in here, but we're going to treat you nice. That's not Wizard World. They don't give a shit.
Not at all. That's the whole thing. It's I feel like all they care about is that area where all the celebrities are, and everything else is just quarantine.
Yeah.
It's just hey,
the
these
peasants go over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I don't think they realize that a lot of people, especially with the lineup they had at our convention, weren't there for the celebrities.
I mean, they had a handful. Obviously, you get Norm Reedus, who's pretty much there all the time now.
Yeah,
Right.
he's there.
And Michael Rooker.
Yeah, Michael Rooker, and then you got Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
And then you have the trickle down of other celebrities that are a lot more niche. And even within that niche, they're like, oh, I love that show. Well, that character's in 2 episodes in one season. They're like the D-list celebrities.
They kept calling out their names of so-and-so is signing autographs. I'm like, I'm sorry, who?
The only one I kept hearing was Summer Glau, which makes sense.
Well, I was like, yes, I know who that is, and yes.
That announcer was driving me crazy. I was trying to do an interview with the Anomaly Podcast, which if you guys haven't checked them out, check out anomalypodcast.com. And in the middle of it, you just hear the intercom guy go get your autograph signed by Jason David Frank. It's all right, dude, we get it. We got it the first 10 times, so we kept having to
Thank
stop
you.
and continue. So it was kind of frustrating, but it was still a lot of fun. And now we finally have Fuzzy Slippers and guest joining us.
Yes.
Yes, why don't you
Hi.
take a seat
Welcome.
on the podcast?
Making a grand entrance.
Yeah, right. Yes, those are the seats of honor.
Yes.
So FYI, Jay's not here. 'Cause he ran off. I don't know.
Because he has kids?
Is that pizza?
Oh, is that the pizza guy already? Mr. Slippers? Tear
That's
that wall
some
down.
perfect timing.
That wall of delicious cheese.
He planned that perfectly.
Yeah, pretty
They're
much.
slippers.
I think he was
Absolutely,
following
'cause I'm not
the pizza person.
The pizza person's like, he knows where he's going. I'm probably following him.
That's how people find this place. They just follow the Domino's delivery guy. Oh, I have to go up there.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
our host.
Well,
is
we can talk about the panel that
yeah,
we
you guys
did.
talk about your panel.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
So Weird
Yes,
Girls,
I love to hear all about it.
Yeah, Weird Girls had
That
2
was there.
panels at Wizard World. We had a panel on Friday about starting up a channel on YouTube, and that went well, and it was pretty cool. It was me and Mark, Chandler,
Grace.
Chandler,
Yeah.
Amanda, Zombie,
Zombie. Oh,
Danny
yes, Grace is in there.
Danger,
Yeah.
and
Oh my God, there's so many of you. I can't remember
it.
which one of them. Right.
I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I don't think so.
No.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So then that went well. There were like 15 people maybe sitting in that panel, so that was nice.
Well, that was like
Thanks-
Friday,
well,
right when it opened.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone for coming out, but we also kind of felt like nobody came to our birthday party on Friday. So
Yeah.
there's that. And then Saturday we had Breaking Stereotypes and Fandoms, and it was the same people, except for Chandler, doing the panel for that one. And a lot more people came out, and we had a great audience. It went really well. And yeah.
I can definitely attest to that. Like the panel on Friday,
Really?
the
No,
panel,
you should.
the panel on Friday was good, but like the panel on Saturday was so lively, and
Yeah.
like it's like well, we're out of time. It's like but we just started. But it was really good. I mean, I think it was just like from like the first like audience question, it just like started this whole chain reaction, and then it seemed like
Yeah.
everyone else was like, "Oh, I want to pipe up too and say my piece." Then I don't know, it just ended
It was
up
really
being
cool.
really good.
That's-
Yeah.
It turned out to be a really cool discussion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's
Rather than just us talking, which I thought was really cool, and it allowed us to interact with people. And
That's what's nice about Weird Girls. They actually like respond to questions and want to hear people like talk to them.
But were there any selfies?
There were plenty
Yes.
of selfies.
Yes.
Yeah, so the podcast
Oh,
last week we had an article,
Just
and it was about like
keep
the
wording
life of
everything
like a
selfies.
Star Wars artist. And
Yes.
she was saying how the cosplayers were destroying cons and artists
she
couldn't
made me
make
so
money.
self-conscious because, like, during the whole con I was there, I was just like so self-conscious walking through the aisles down to Artist Alley. I was just like, I'm not trying to fuck you shit up.
What?
Yeah, it's just
You
ridiculous.
Okay,
didn't
so-
hear about this?
I am oblivious to everything because I'm in school.
So I guess you know.
They don't have internet there.
No, I don't have any
What's-
brain power to put anything else in. It's all just numbers.
Do you want to explain what this article
Yeah.
is about? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Explain to layman's like
Well,
me.
the gist of it was that basically the artists that go to conventions now can't make a living because all people want to do is go and take pictures with cosplayers, essentially, which is so ridiculous. It's like, okay, well, first of all, she cited some artist from Japan. They didn't say who it was, and she's like, he's really popular, and there was like no one lining up to see this guy.
Well,
And I said on the podcast, I was like, well, maybe he's at the wrong convention
Yeah.
because just because he's famous.
if he shows up to Comic Con and he does anime, I think he's at the wrong convention.
Yeah,
folks.
Yeah, and
exactly.
apparently he wasn't famous enough because she didn't say his name.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say his name because he wouldn't know who he is.
The man with no name.
No wonder no one knows who he is.
Yeah, right.
That one dude.
It's
He
just
whose
it's
name
just the
cannot
little
be
name
spoken.
tag and it's blank.
it just has little drawings.
It just
His
has-
name is a symbol like Prince.
See, maybe they didn't pick up on that.
Maybe.
But yeah, so
I
don't
wonder
think
if her
he
favorite
sings
show is
because-
that new selfie on ABC with Karen Gillan.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
I always love the delay. It's just like, wait for it. Wait for
Coming
it.
from,
Is it
coming from
good?
across the world.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's actually on the
It's
moon.
weird because obviously Karen Gillan is acting like the stereotypical people who take selfies and are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And even though she's playing a character, it's still like, oh, people really do act like that. It's the ones who are so obsessed that they only care about themselves. But then John Cho's character plays like there's more to life than just your picture. So I mean, it's interesting, but it depends on how you feel about people that are that obsessed.
Like,
I
I
don't
have
know.
mixed feelings about that show because it looks so stupid. But I love
Yeah.
Gillen and I love John Cho so much that I just have feelings I don't know how to cope with.
I think
Yeah,
the character.
it's mixed feelings because like they have great chemistry with each other, on the show.
Oh.
I think the
Like,
character progression is supposed to be something in the same vein as Walter White's transformation from chemist to ultimate badass.
Well, it's
Badass.
a modern,
I am the one who
it's a modern
knocks.
adaptation of My Fair Lady. Selfie is.
Since it's not Breaking Bad.
No.
She's gonna be selling meth at the end.
Yeah, more like Eliza, where she kind of changes for the better.
Right.
Someone
I
could
don't
argue
know
that
how I
Walter
feel
White
about
changed
it.
for the better. He lived
After
more.
he killed a few people.
He lived more in those 2 years than he did his entire
I mean,
life.
that's a good
That's
point.
right.
Now, granted, he
Yeah.
killed some people all the way.
And he made money using chemistry.
Exactly. He
Like,
showed
he wanted
kids.
For once.
I mean, just think
Science!
any kid in chemistry class can be like, "Wow, this is what I can do with chemistry. It has a purpose."
Science, bitch.
I aspire to.
Magnets.
And it has a.
They don't exist.
Oh man. So Courtney's in the chat, and she says, "No damn selfies." So apparently she's in the anti-selfie camp.
Uh-oh.
But I don't know, just like on the subject of the artist not making money, like I don't know, from the people that I talked to, they seemed like they were doing pretty well. And also, I think it depends. So I bought 2 prints. I can't remember what the artist's name was, which is probably why they're not making any money. But but she does these really awesome watercolor prints, and she'll sell in I think 2 for
Oh,
$15.
I know who you're talking
It's like
about.
Jamie.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
If they're like abstract watercolory ones.
hers was like she did Adventure Time and she did a Mario one.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like so she's selling
Are
hers
those the ones
reasonably
you bought?
priced. Yeah.
That's why you said those
That's
specifically.
why I said those specifically. Also, but she did also a Mass Effect one, which I didn't buy.
Aw.
Jay has some, so if he ever resurfaces
So you could go to
again,
his house and look at
yeah,
him on his wall and
just go over. Hey, can I look at your prints?
That'd be so
I want
weird.
to live
Go.
vicariously through your prints.
Somebody go over right now. It's like, be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
We
Oh,
need
yeah,
a
they're really good. They're really good.
we need a live report. But and then there's an artist that was like across from her. I do remember her name. It was like Ginger Zaps, and she did these really cool like
because she
ink-
has a weird ass name.
Yeah. Well, see, the other lady didn't have like cards, so I didn't commit it to memory. She ran out of
Yeah.
cards.
Oh,
So
yeah. It's
so
kinda hard
there's-
to remember that.
yeah. So make sure you have cards,
Make
artists
sure you
out
have
there.
a ton of cards.
More
Like,
than you need.
Yeah, like
More
you
than
should
you
have
think
a
you
you
could
should have a
ever
cart
use.
that's just like cards.
You
Yeah.
should have as many cards as kids did back in the days when Pokemon cards were
Yes.
Which is
Just
all
Binders
carry around
and
your
binders.
deck box. Yeah, or your
Yeah.
binder. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You should be able to trade half of them and still have half your stash.
Exactly.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Holographics.
Okay.
Oh man.
But that doesn't make sense because
What were you talking about?
We were cosplaying and we were like, yeah, go check out this artist and like we talk to artists all the time and we kind of like point everyone to them. Like,
Yeah.
you should go check out this person.
Well, that's the thing. I think it was probably like that artist, or maybe there's a few that feel the same way. But I think it's also you have to know your audience. I mean, just from reading that article about the lady, she obviously didn't. If she's worried about this guy's famous in Japan, well, it's like, well, maybe he was at the wrong convention, you know.
Right.
So
Well, and it's also like, what's the quality of the artist's work? There
Yeah.
are artists that get on Artist Alley that, I mean, their work's not that great, or someone doesn't
horribly
appreciate their
offensive.
style or whatever.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Well,
maybe you're just not a really good artist if you're not making money. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think sometimes
it's complex.
yeah,
you
and
know?
people also sometimes price themselves out. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Ginger,
True.
so Ginger's Zaps, she like her art was like $30 for a print, which is not outrageous,
but that's
but out,
more than what other people
yeah,
had.
but when like literally right across the aisle, you can get 2 for $15 of equivalent or
Right.
arguably better. It's like, well, why would I spend $30 to
Yeah.
get one where I could get like
Unless
4?
it's like
That's a good
an
point.
actual like portrait, like true painting,
Yeah.
It's just a little much.
No.
Like if it's unique, then maybe
Because that's the thing, too. To get like a sketch on the spot, like a commission's usually like 40 or 50.
40. I've seen 30 sometimes.
Yeah, okay, and 30 for some people. Yeah, so you can get an original piece of art, or you can pay $30 to get one that
Right.
everyone can have.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I think we got.
We got some pretty cheap prints. We saw Jessica Grundy,
Yeah.
who Danny Danger has interviewed in the past before. She's
Okay,
amazing.
nice.
It's amazing.
We got 2 for $20.
yeah.
I think, and they were
Nice.
large prints.
Yeah.
They were what are they, like 17 by... Have fun finding frames for that.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Go to Home Depot. Yeah, can I get a frame that's 17 by... We have just the thing, actually.
Just the thing for you.
Yeah. It's over in the Nova aisle.
Went and saw Zach Martin with
Mhm.
Zach Industries, XAQ
Yes.
Industries.
Nice.
He does this amazing set of Disney villains and mugshots that
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely adore.
Okay.
So I got the keychain, and then I went back the next from Maleficent. I went back the next day,
Oh,
and I
nice.
realized he had magnets, and I lost my shit.
Yeah, she did.
But I didn't see anybody else have magnets.
Not.
That is
I've
pretty
seen some
unique.
other people, but
yeah.
like the art wasn't that great.
Well, like, they have trading cards, but they just didn't have magnets. So I love that that's what set Zach apart from everybody
Yeah.
else.
Well, and his
So-
mugshots are just like fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
that's different than what some of the other people were doing.
Yeah,
Uh,
and he had a really large variety of random things. Like I felt like
Yeah.
he really crossed all the fandoms.
He has some weird shit.
I know there's some trippy shit, but people were buying that trippy shit.
Hell yeah, they were.
I saw some bees sell. I was like, I know where that bee came from. I'm like, what?
Okay, story behind that. He had a retail job. He quit his retail job to focus on art.
Okay.
And he did this whole line of, like, grumpy-ass bees.
I kind of
doing
love
shit.
them. I want one in my cubicle.
Nice.
One
to be
was
fair.
the busy bee, and he has like a Bluetooth, and he has like a briefcase, and he's like super busy. And then there's one that looks like just like he hates his life, and he's
Oh,
like
wow.
sitting in a lazy boy. And then there's a lady bee, and she just looks like she just hates all men in life. It's kind of what she looks like. She like runs after her husband with a rolling pin or something.
Nice.
Um,
So would you say they were all the bee's knees?
Oh, but
damn it. So yeah, he had some weird shit. So I think diversity in your art also kind of grabs people's eye.
I'd also,
Definitely.
I'd also like to point out that the horribly sexist shit, like just automatically, no matter how good the rest of your stuff is, I just
You mean
walk
Greg
on by.
Land?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, like every time I see that, it's like goodbye. I don't care how awesome
Yeah.
that print of Superman is. I don't respect what you do with female
With the other
characters.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like no.
Yeah, I won't support an artist if I don't like what they're doing with some of the other characters.
Yeah, I
They
was
have like an outline of Superman's penis.
Did
Is
they?
that okay?
yeah,
or
it's fine.
okay?
As long as
How often do you see
as
that?
long as it's equal opportunity.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
if it's
haven't-
both, I'm like, fine. You just objectify
But if
everyone.
it's just,
You're
like,
Jack
TNA
Harkness
and
of artists.
then-
Good job.
TNA, and then we get no Superman dick. Then
Yeah.
what's the point?
Superman.
I think
dick.
that there's definitely a shortage in the industry of
Stab
Superman
him.
dick. Yeah.
In the movie, exactly.
Oh my god!
I'm about to show you
so
what
sorry.
Krypton looked like before it exploded.
Whoa!
Line that
That's-
won't work.
Is that how Krypton got destroyed?
It was blown up.
Someone
for the
had a really good
exact
time.
line right there. They're like,
It-
nope.
That's right.
That reminds me of the debate that they have on Mallrats about whether or
Oh,
not Superman
man.
would use a condom or
Oh,
not.
yeah.
How would it be effective?
He
Is
would
it
just
like
blow
kryptonite?
a load through Lois Lane uterus.
And then, like, people go even further. Like, how does he shave? Because his hair seems to be indestructible.
Yeah.
How does he clip anything? And, like, so, like, someone actually came up where he uses his laser beams, bounces it off a mirror, and shaves himself with that way.
Yeah,
So-
they had a whole thing before Man of Steel came out. And they had like a scientist. I think they had Bill Nye the Science Guy. Then they had Kevin Smith. And they had someone else all give like their thirds
What?
of how he shaves.
Oh my
Wasn't
God,
that in like one of the
Bill Nye-
cartoon movies
Bill
or
Nye's
one of the
like,
episodes
I
where he
am so
shaved
much
himself
better
that
than
way?
this.
Wait, what did you say, Luis?
Well, wasn't that in one of the cartoons or one of the movies, animated movies, where they actually showed him shaving himself with the laser beams?
Yeah, someone did, but yeah. I can't remember which one it was.
He uses the Mach 3 Gillette razor. That's our shave.
That's what it feels like.
It vibrates.
Yeah, the one with the little goo that comes out.
Weird.
I'm still waiting for the 10-blade one, where it's just like half your face gets sliced off. It's like, well, no hair.
Okay, so I admit, I shave with men's razors. Yeah, I mean they're the best, as opposed to lady razors. I'm like, I know this is for my legs, but I'm gonna use something more gentle because it's supposed to go on your face. Why not my delicate lady legs?
You make a good argument.
Yeah, it's best. Anyway, I don't know what we're talking about.
I also shave with men's razors. I'd like to point that out.
What?
Said I also shave with men's razors. I'd like to point that out.
I do.
You don't
too,
shave with the
but
Venus
not
Gillette?
recently.
I've never tried it actually.
Obviously,
Venus?
but you have.
Do the female razors just not have enough blades? Because I need 20 blades. When
Yeah, it feels like that's kind of like where they're going. It's just like it gets more and more extreme
No,
every day.
I think it's the cushioning on the lady razors. It's not sufficient enough, I guess. And
That seems crazy
The strip
because-
that's on the razors, that's like some kind of moisturizer shit. Some voodoo. Yeah.
Voodoo.
So I don't know what it
Science.
is, but I know when I use my razor too much, it falls off, and it's time for a new one. Yes. They are expensive.
I just go the Wolverine route, just use my claws to shave.
Well, I just don't shave that often.
we'll talk
so they're
about
a
it
little
Or
close.
just be like in Wolverine the X-Men number 24 from Jason Aaron and just use the claws and give myself a perfect, haircut.
I feel like he must have many years of where he just accidentally scalped himself.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
But it grows back. It grows back.
It goes back. It goes back. Don't worry about it, guys. I just can't go out in public for like a day.
My brains.
I wonder if he's ever been like,
I'm not gonna miss that memory.
just chesting out and leg kicks. Oh, he should
Was
be
that-
a
was I supposed to
scientist.
do
He
something
had,
important right now?
He could always experiment on himself.
This
That
is
would
true.
be so messed up.
Like, what if he had Beast's intelligence, but like Logan's regenerative abilities?
Unstoppable.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna say that'd be dangerous.
Well, he's already unstoppable, but he's just a
Well, he'd be like
moron.
Apocalypse or something.
Unstoppable X-Men.
He's already unstoppable.
Hey,
but he's
they're
just
coming
dumb.
out with the Unstoppable Squirrel Girl. Huh? Huh?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they?
She's
You're
getting,
saying
she's
they're
getting,
gonna-
yes, they are.
They actually
They're getting,
really are.
she's getting her own ongoing series, and it's called The Unstoppable Squirrel Girl.
There you go. Confirmation from the Oracle.
So when she crosses the street, does she just go in one go, or does she stop in the middle and turn back?
She's like,
She plays Frogger and never gets hit.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
That's her superpower as a squirrel.
So
Like,
I
just
wonder
cross the
then,
street.
It really is. I saw
If-
a squirrel game over that way. On my birthday of all days.
Oh.
happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Remember, you're mortal.
Yeah, right? Yeah, one step closer to death.
We'll die one day.
That's like the worst omen
Yeah,
ever.
right.
Was it a black squirrel too?
It was just a regular squirrel, and the messed up thing about it was I had just given a pack of cookies to a homeless guy, so it was like,
Dude,
they were my
what
birthday
did I do?
cookies. They were my
That's
birthday
really
cookies, and I was like,
sweet.
hey, here you go.
No
And he was like,
cookies,
I
goes
guess I'll
unpunished.
eat these.
What the hell?
And I was just like, ha, la, 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 la. And I was going to my grandmother's house, and I remember just seeing a squirrel run out into the middle of the street, and the car was coming the opposite way. I was like, no,
No.
no, no. And it just stopped, like,
I hate that. It's like, what are
So
you
wait,
doing?
hold on.
This
You were
is
on your way to your
hilarious.
grandmother's house. You had cookies. Please tell me you were wearing something red.
I did have a red hood,
Oh, there you go.
a red hoodie, I should say.
I was gonna say just a hood. My pretty little floral bonnet.
So is this like a modern
All
retelling
sides
of that
you
story?
didn't see something coming.
So this whole chain of events is so unfortunate. I feel like maybe you should just not leave your house.
I think the moral of the story is don't ever give away your birthday cookies, because
Yeah.
clearly that set off some type of
One-
negative karma.
He was just ungrateful.
He was ungrateful.
2, you killed a squirrel.
Maybe
I didn't. I witnessed the squirrel's death.
maybe you did it with your subconscious mind.
It's the butterfly effect.
Maybe the
If
squirrel.
you hadn't stopped to give him
Everyone's
those
guilty of
cookies,
everything of
that squirrel would be alive.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Maybe that was that homeless man's pet, and maybe that was.
Give me your crappy birthday cookies.
Jacked up. Oh my god.
Courtney says it's all over from the Red Hood. Chris O. Alvarez says cybernetics will keep him alive forever. So maybe, I don't know. They're working on a lot of cybernetics. I remember we had a topic about some kid who got like some Iron Man type hand.
Yeah.
So,
3D
I've
printer.
been working on
Yeah,
that for a
3D
long
printer.
time, yeah.
oh yeah. So yeah.
First test case.
So if 3D printing can make a hand, I'm sure it can make internal
Oh,
organs.
I saw a headline. I didn't read the article. I actually really wish I did at this point. But apparently, they grew an organic penis.
I had
in the
heard.
lab.
Detachable penis?
Was it a Superman?
Detachable penis.
Was it Superman's penis?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It would have broken
Remember
the printer.
Superboy? You can't clone him very
But
well.
I was like, why would you grow? Like, why would that be your go-to? Just to be like, can we grow a dick? Like, why?
That actually
Because
me of-
Cialis isn't working.
It's like, does your
BS.
penis not work at all? We can grow you one in
Let's
the
not
lab.
work on like ovarian cancer or breast
like,
cancer. Let's
forget
work on
Viagra,
penis, 'cause,
use
like,
this.
There's lots of issues with penises.
Right. Like, why not try to grow a kidney or like a? They already did a heart.
You know, they
Yeah,
have to
they did a
pri-
heart.
Vellum.
they have to
Yeah.
prioritize with which organ they
Prioritize.
find is the most important.
Let's get the ear, the heart, then the penis.
Okay,
The
the, ear
penis-
makes sense
And
because it's
then
the
we can do the
easiest like
kidney and the
step
liver.
because it's
Yeah.
just cartilage.
Yeah.
The ear makes sense.
Right.
And they've grown ears on mice
Mice,
before.
yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
once they got the heart, they're like, all right, well, now we're done saving people. Now we need to get to what we really want.
But you're not because there's still the kidney
What's the
and
next
liver.
part that needs a lot of blood?
Yeah, exactly. See, Luis found the link. You got the heart to pump the blood. Where's the blood gonna go?
And
Into your
it's-
It
veins?
needs to be a repository.
So they're just gonna have a person made of nothing but an ear, heart, and penis.
And it's
gonna
covered
be
by
it's gonna be the new
Obamacare.
blood bank.
Yeah, that's true.
Even
Maybe an
better.
eyeball.
See, if they sold a print of that on Artist Alley, I think that would sell like hotcakes.
Jeez.
Awkward silence.
Oh, sorry. Fuzzy Slippers was non-verbally indicating to me that it was cold, but I have to stand up to turn off the fan. Yes, that's fine. But
Oh, man.
no, I lost my train of thought.
I was just like, no. It was like over after the whole just
Well,
ear
I'll give you some
part
food for thought.
penis.
So,
I was like,
so
no.
in Wanted, Superman was able to have sex with a kryptonite condom.
How?
Wait, he gets all like weak, and like I'm normal.
I was
normal.
so wouldn't it just like go
Wouldn't it
flaccid
just be
at
like
that point?
flaccid? Like
He got flaccid from his kryptonite condom.
I mean,
But he's Superman. Is Superman ever flaccid?
yes.
I guess that's the only way.
is this a debate we need to have?
Well, there-
Obviously, or that costume is way too tight. We'd be seeing that,
My-
well, that is the artist representation because they just don't want to show it, but it's there.
We are not the
He
typical,
wears
you know,
underwear
comic
and
nerds.
tights.
in-
It's
You
a
wear
tight costume.
Spandex.
That's true.
Courtney says they need to grow a pancreas. She needs one.
Oh, it's probably
Oh.
true.
I'm sure that's in their top 10 of organs
Liver.
they're gonna
Why
grow.
is the liver should be like the second thing they do? Is like everyone trashes their liver.
How does this remind you of something? I guess we'll let you finish the story and find out.
So with the
Jeez.
trailers, you know, sometimes we'll have like independent movies, and they had
Yes.
one about like a penis museum that someone wanted to open, and it was basically like a penis from every animal. And we lost Louise.
We're just gonna get some dubstep in here.
Just take off your story from here and let him figure out what's happening.
So basically, there's this guy. So they had every penis from every animal except for a human, and one guy was like, "I'll donate mine." Now,
I'll let you cast it, donation, or I will cut it off and give it to you, donation.
that's the whole thing. It's not like when I'm dead, you can have it. He's like, "No, while I'm still alive," because he felt like because someone
cut
else
off
had
here.
volunteered.
I'm gonna cut off that.
What's that?
Like Van Gogh would cut off his ear, and he's like, "I'm going to cut off this instead."
He's got to try and one up him. Well, maybe he knew that they were growing them in a lab, so he knew like, hey, I got nothing to lose besides sharing pain.
Did he want a sex change? I mean, you still need the penis in order to do that, but
Well, no, that wasn't even the thing. Okay, so the whole thing was like some other guy was like, I'll volunteer mine once I'm dead. And he was like, nah, son. The first penis in this museum has to be American. And he's
what?
Oh wait, I remember that story now.
That is those weren't his exact words, but he's like, but it was literally like to that extent where he's like, no, it needs to be an American penis in this museum. We have to represent. He's like, I feel like I need to make this sacrifice for my country.
I'm gonna take one for the team, you guys. Don't worry about this.
He's like, my big American penis deserves to be on display for everyone to see.
That reminds me. That was the other thing too. So before he donated it, he wanted to get a tattoo of the American flag, so everyone knew it was American. Yeah.
His penis.
Yeah.
Couldn't they just cut it off and then tattoo it?
Nope. I mean, they could. That would make more sense. But if this guy is already, he needs the blood flowing. So the best part was like the tattoo artist is about to give him the tattoo.
Then, like, when it's not fully erect.
That's
It'll just be a squished up flag.
That's why they need an artificial heart.
No, it's just waving.
Yeah, it's waving.
Yeah. Just waving.
They put it on like this mechanical arm that swings it.
They play "God Bless America" in the background.
What possessed him to make this
Salute the flag, son!
museum?
I don't know. It's like I don't remember. It's like in Norway or something. I guess.
Norway?
It's somewhere in Europe. It's like one of those like European countries that no one talks about as much.
So of course,
but they're kind of
America
hanging
has
out
to
there.
come and, like, have a pissing contest.
Well,
all
yes,
over
of course.
It.
He was like, "I'm not done paralyzing. We gotta take over here too." But no, it was so weird. I just remember sitting there. I think it was before we were about to watch Wolf of Wall Street, so I think that was appropriate.
That is weird. I forgot that this is like in a theater.
Yeah.
That you're watching this.
Well, the best part was, so I'm watching this with my sister, and after the trailer goes off, we're both just like looking at each other like, what the hell did we just watch? And when does this museum open? So no,
Do you want to go to Norway?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that both art and science have finally converged, and we can find out like what is mankind really concerned with. But yeah, pancreas livers, and other important organs would probably also be good for science to grow. Kidneys, stomachs.
Wait, I got it. I know why they were doing the penis first.
Oh yeah.
They wanted to stab the womb.
I knew it was coming.
Approved.
That guy again. Where does he come from? Every single time, every idea.
Jeez.
Every idea that probably shouldn't be.
So, on a similar note, a lady just gave birth, I guess a few days ago, a week or so ago, with the very first donated womb. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
You can donate an
cool.
entire womb?
Apparently, it was a thing that happened.
So, also, people can now get injected with DNA from bone marrow and have a baby. So, men are completely irrelevant
Wait.
to
Is
this.
that how science works?
Science works like that now. And you can
Science,
have 3 parent
kids.
babies.
That's insane.
You can have
Wow.
what babies?
3 parent babies.
Okay, I thought you said parrot babies.
Why would you want a
Pirate?
No
baby?
one wants parent babies.
I don't
Flies
want
out
a
of
parrot or a baby. Why would I want both?
Just pirates.
So now
Just pirates.
now after you stab the womb, you can donate it.
I don't think it's donatable at that point
Yeah,
after you've
that's not
stabbed
allowed.
it.
They can regrow it. It's okay.
They have the technology.
We can regrow it. We have the technology.
It can birth even more babies, even
my
parrots
God.
if you want.
It's a $6 million baby.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Courtney says a tattoo makes anything legit. So
I
there
mean-
you go. I mean,
Hold up, y'all.
Hello,
Before I donate this.
America.
I just saw Team America again for the first time in years.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. I haven't ever seen it. I'm just still like.
You haven't ever seen it?
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good
I'm, like,
satire. It's
Pretty sure we watched it
Then
completely
we were
wasted.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, America. Fuck yeah. Oh, I'm unconscious now.
America.
I definitely appreciated it more now than I did when I first saw it.
I feel like
Yeah?
we've gotten
Yeah.
worse over time, and so like it seems like it's more and more appropriate
Because
as time
America
continues
is
on.
Team America now.
Yeah,
Well-
like, I feel like we're getting there.
We were definitely Team America then.
No,
Well, yeah,
definitely.
I think we're getting more of them. Even like we're progressing down that line.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think when I saw it then, I was just like, oh, this is pretty funny. But I guess, like, the political subtext didn't hit me as much. But it's just the fact that, like, everyone they save, quote-unquote, like, they destroy in the process.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just from the opening sequence when they're trying to stop the bomb in France, and they end up destroying the Louvre and destroying the
Yes.
Eiffel Tower and killing all these people.
America.
So it's like they do
America.
actually stop the terrorists, but they
It
did...
destroyed
every
they-
cultural
they-
item
yeah.
possible
They
in
dest-
the making.
yeah, they destroyed all the pyramids and everything.
Hey, terrorists, terrorize
Oh,
this.
yeah, the rocket
Well, if you think about it logically, if their targets are only national really,
Mike down.
Mike down.
Mike down.
If they keep
Oh,
targeting
Spike
famous
Flaccid?
cultural icons, if you destroy all the cultural icons, there can be no terrorists, and therefore you've won.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
You sure
Hey,
could.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Oh,
technically,
America.
if you destroy everything, there's nothing left for them to
Yes.
destroy. That's actually kind of like the logic of the movie Swordfish, if anyone's seen it.
It's kind of the
I
logic.
think
of,
the
like,
only thing
iRobot.
anybody saw in that movie was Halle Berry's breasts.
You know what? I saw a Wolverine that I would hate for many years to come. It wasn't even because of Hugh Jackman. Like, I hated his character so much that it made me hate Hugh Jackman as a person.
Oh no!
It's because it's like the whole time, like, basically he's like a hypocrite because like John Travolta's character is killing all these people, and the one
character.
his character, yeah.
Okay.
No, John Travolta himself is murdering people on set.
No, his character's a hypocrite. Is
Yes.
that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes. And it's just like, so these guys come to pretty much kill them.
Yeah.
He saves them. Like, these were the only legit kills in the movie where it's like, that was self-defense, those people deserve to die. Like, they were trying to kill them. And then, so at the very end, to stop this terrorist, he kills him after berating him for like, you just murdered those people. It's like, no. If he were actually tried in court, well, especially in Florida, he would probably be acquitted.
I stood my ground. You shot him with a sniper rifle 300 yards away.
I stood my ground.
He had a
He
Twinkie.
had a hoodie.
he had a hoodie and a Twinkie. He was dangerous.
But he gave a homeless man cookies.
Yeah, but he caused a squirrel to die.
But he caused the squirrel to die.
You have failed this city.
You killed a squirrel.
Failed this city. That's eventually where he's gonna get to. He's gonna get to like really petty crime. Jaywalking.
Be like
You
Dread
failed this
at
city.
That point.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I feel
2
like
months in
everything
ISO
should
cube.
evolve into Dread.
Jaywalking.
yeah.
4 years ISO cube. I just breathe. 5 years.
That would be
Breathe
like,
out your nose.
Mouth
that would be
breather.
like if they had the judges in Singapore. It's like you littered 10 years in ISO cube.
Oh my god.
Now you know why we have the cleanest city in the country, or the cleanest country in the world.
The cleanest country in the city.
Yes,
That's what you're
definitely
gonna say.
all of that.
Yeah, countryside.
Yeah, see, thanks, Luis. Good save. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, is this mic on? But anyway. So, we'll get into a few topics here. So I saw...
We have things to talk about.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they're not important things, but we'll talk about them anyway. So I saw this. I thought this was really interesting. So we all know how great the Amazing Spider-Man movies are doing. Everybody loves them. People can't wait for Amazing Spider-Man 3.
I just watch him for Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Well...
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, right. Because we all knew that was going to
Oh,
happen. The moment we were like,
spoilers.
Oh, you're Gwen Stacy. You're dead, hon.
Wait,
Oh,
did
yeah,
Yeah.
spoilers.
Oh, you did.
Oh, you
did.
dead. I like.
I
Oh,
say
you
you
dead.
did.
They're gonna fridge you so fast.
Well, when
So
I heard
fast.
she
She's
was
not gonna be in
cast-
Rush Hour 3.
Come on, Emma, you better than that.
When I saw she was cast as Gwen Stacy, I was like, oh.
You just turn Gwen Stacy into Black Cat, just like please. Like I know it's like not a thing. I was like, just
It should be a thing
It should be a
because
thing.
Emma Stone.
because Emma Stone. Yeah, you should just keep Emma Stone around because then you'll at least get my money.
Well, they can always get like an alternate universe Spider-Man because now now Gwen Stacy is like Spider-Woman in like some other universe.
That's not gonna happen.
They're grasping for
flavor
straws
they want.
here. They're like, we need a movie that people want to see.
Well, they're
Well,
still going
Sony
to progress
wants to see.
with the Sinister Six movie.
Well, that's only because they've already the approved guy already did his work.
He's like, "Dang it,
Approved.
why did we hire that guy?
The ink is dry. It's too late. You can't turn back now.
Let's
so-
make Gwen Stacy a bad guy, and then that's where the redemption story is going to come in.
I don't know. If you talk to Cher, you can turn back time.
Well, you can.
Hey.
That's not due time.
You can't turn back a proof stamp, no matter what you do. It starts that
I
ripple
thought we were
effect.
talking about like take the story and do a time travel too.
No.
Like don't stop. If Sony
Spiders
would
in
just
time?
like give up the rights to Spider-Man, we could actually get a decent Spider-Man.
Wait.
Funny
so-
you said that
Oh.
because Sony is well, it's rumored. It's kind of like the facts seem like they're heading in that direction where Sony's kind of negotiating with
They're
Marvel.
like, we don't want this piece of shit.
Well,
Pretty
it's
much.
Not
I
making
think
money off it,
Sony.
it's stupid.
Yeah, Sony wants to do it. Sony wants to do it, but the problem is AV Arad.
Ah, that guy,
What?
that jerk.
Well,
Say, whoa, hold on.
Who is
Was that
Luis?
Wait, Doctor Who?
Who is signed off on this? Because I remember the president of Sony, Amy something or whatever, said we're not ever going to give away Spider-Man.
But was this before Amazing Spider-Man 2? I guarantee you
This
it
was
was.
definitely before.
It
They're
was
not-
before,
they're not,
because
like,
they were on
giving
their
up
high horse,
right.
like, we got our whole Spider-Man universe. Sinister Six is coming. The villains are the star.
Yeah,
and then
'cause
Spider-Man 2 tanked. They're like, hey, Marvel, remember what we said about we don't want to work with you? What we
Yeah.
meant was we want to work with you in the future after we have no more money. So please take it back.
You know, it's just so weird that they bought this property and has put so little effort into actually doing it justice.
Well, when it first started out with the first two Spider-Man movies, they were doing great. Everybody loved it, and they even made money off the third one.
Yeah, but then Iron Man came out, and they have to do better. Like, they could have done anything, and people have been like, yeah, okay. But Iron Man came out and blew it out of the water. You can't just walk into a superhero movie and expect a return on it anymore, because people want to actually see a good movie now.
But was Spider-Man 2 a good superhero movie, or was it just a good movie in its own right?
Oh.
Oh, you see that gauntlet?
I
It's been
just
thrown down.
really hate
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
His face bothers me.
He has the face of a puppy.
But he's a Seabiscuit.
What kind of puppies are you looking at?
Can you
I
imagine
know.
seeing a puppy with his
Puppies.
actual face?
I don't know.
That's
I
what
mean,
actually the scientists
I don't
are
have
working
anything
on.
against the first two Spider-Man movies. I'm just like they weren't as
They weren't as amazing or
They weren't
spectacular or
amazing.
ultimate as they could have been.
Yeah, it should have been
Or
ultimate.
sensational.
Sensational.
Yeah,
Amazing.
what about superior?
Superior. It should have been superior. That's where we should have gone.
When it goes back to Marvel, it'll be Superior Spider-Man.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's like everything's
That's
kind of
confusing.
lining up, and it's actually making me. Casey just joined us.
Casey! Oh, hey, you guys. Casey's birthday was the 2nd of October. So everybody say
Happy birthday! Hope you didn't give away your birthday
Happy
cookie.
birthday again.
Yeah, I hope you don't get Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You mean 3?
Birthday
Disappointment.
He was
ever.
first.
She can drink now.
Oh, nice. Toss a couple back, or more than a
While
couple.
watching Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You're gonna want to. You're gonna want to be drinking while you're watching that movie. That's the only way you're gonna get
Feel a
through
lot
it.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. With spider webs.
You know, they probably would. That movie would probably be a lot better if that they included that. They just see Andrew Garfield in his room just hanging. It's like the
Gwen
With his
Stacy
back.
walks in.
yeah. What are you doing, Peter? It's not what it looks like. I'm doing acrobatics.
I got stuck.
Yeah, looks like it. But it's like. So I saw this article today, so I was pretty excited because it's like, we know that Fox is not going to relinquish the X-Men anytime soon. They're doing way
Right.
too good.
Right.
Spider-Man is tanking, and now, they're trying to find a lifeline. They're like, nobody cares at all about our movies. We want to be with the cool kids, go to the cool table.
Right.
So I think there's a realistic possibility that it might actually happen. For the simple fact of what matters to these creators or these studios is money. They're not making any. Therefore, they need help from Big Brother Marvel Cinematic Universe. So.
Yeah, but is Disney going to be just like, oh, we'll wait until...
Because they have their
you
shit
keep
planned
thinking-
out.
Yeah. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
need them.
They don't need them right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they even found a way. It seems
Disney's
kind of
playing the
way
long
around
con.
So,
I,
What, Luis?
So Disney's playing the long con.
Oh yeah. They're playing the long game. They're like, yeah, we can make money off our C, D, and E characters.
Yeah.
All we want. We don't need the stars because we're so freaking good at this that.
That's the thing too.
Except for they're making Ant-Man. I'm just like,
Yeah, have you guys seen that Marvel video parody from Saturday Night Live when Chris Pratt was hosting?
No.
Oh, the Guardians one.
Yeah,
That one was pretty good.
they parodied the video to say, well, like, oh, Marvel has done so well, like with Guardians of the Galaxy, they can't fail. So Marvel can make a movie out of anything. They could just pick random words in the dictionary, put that into a movie. Boom, you got another $1 billion hit.
I think one was like actually like an office chair, and it's just like
rolling
along.
Yes, you guys. Yeah, you guys should watch it. It's hilarious, and it's like it's true because Marvel's doing so well with characters you think that wouldn't do well, and they do because Marvel's doing it right.
That's true, and like you and Ace made a good point. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy,
who knew of them? Except for comic book
unknown
nerds.
property compared to everything else out there.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man was completely unknown to most people.
The highest-grossing movie of the year.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, I mean, they also put it out in the perfect time, summer. There's absolutely no competition, so of course they were going to crush it. They're like, not only did they were like, okay, we're going to make a good movie, which they did, they also put it in the summer, which just means everyone's going to see that movie, and they're going to make all their money back, even if it's just middle ground good. They were going to make their money back. I think it was smart planning because the summer doldrums are a real thing for movies.
When did Green Lantern come out?
Summertime.
See, but they thought they got the same thing, and they almost got their money back out of it. So even middle ground, they almost got their money back.
They had to pay Ryan Reynolds, so it didn't quite work.
I don't think including marketing and all that kind of stuff.
Well, no, not including marketing. I'm thinking more of like
most of
the
that money
budget.
came from overseas.
Yes, exactly. But
they almost made. They had a budget of $200 million, and the box office was $219. So they barely made money back.
Yeah, because it was the summer.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is like it's a smart business decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
in case it doesn't do well, it's still going to probably bring money back. So whoever's doing it is very clever. So I just
Kevin
think
Fergalicious.
Fergalicious.
Yeah,
But-
Kevin F is much better than AVA Rad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, that's the person who's in charge of all the Spider-Man movies. Everyone was saying who. But but that's the thing.
Do you guys?
Go ahead.
Do you guys know the name of the Guardians movie in China?
You know we
Please,
don't.
please tell me.
It's like a transition question.
You really don't know.
But no, in China, the movie's called Interplanetary Unusual Attacking Team.
Nice.
Planetary.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
I think they need to go into like one of their comic books. That's like what someone calls them.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
That's too many words,
I'm
fellas.
not saying that.
We already saved the galaxy by the time you spit that
We're
out.
gone.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is pretty awesome, though.
Gotchi.
I think I'm gonna take that name.
Yeah, we're
something with
gotchis.
it. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, Marvel's kind of shown that they don't even need like the A-list characters anymore.
We don't even
I think like they probably would take Spider-Man if Sony's offering just to have it, just to be like, just as like completionists. Like we want to get back all the properties we lost.
We have all our characters
Yeah,
now.
one of us.
One of us.
So I mean, like I can see them taking Spider-Man and just sitting on him, not even using him for a
sitting
couple.
on him?
Yeah, just literally just using him as a cushion.
Well, he does join the Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be really cool if like you're having people like Chris Evans like leaving the universe and everything because they're actors, they want to move on with their lives, and you start introducing like the new Avengers and like Spider-Man's a part of it and Carol Danvers is a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's plenty of opportunities to keep this steam, this train rolling.
I would lose my shit
I know.
if Carol Danvers
If you-
showed up.
Oh,
I mean-
she'll be joining sometime in the future.
Well, they've already got the Kree, so it's just only a matter of
Avengers
time.
3.
and that's one of those that's high on the list along with Black Panther.
Black Panther, Black
Yeah.
Widow, and
Black Panther's gonna happen.
I I know.
You know,
I was super excited for Black Panther because he's the coolest person.
You know what's
Well,
funny about that?
Yeah, Black Panther is definitely happening.
Oh, I love how much like shit he gives the Avengers. Like, you can't just go around doing the shit you do. Dude, it's total bullshit. That's a sovereign nation. Like,
America.
Yeah. But he can say that because he has
Yeah.
his nation.
he is a nation.
As a head of state, I think
state.
I know a little bit of thing or two about this.
Fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, the best thing with him is they don't have to do an origin story. They can just re-release Coming to America.
That'd be hilarious. And he was like, people think I'm funny again.
Yeah, just change Zamunda to Wakanda, and then
Yeah, they just dub it over. At the very end, they just have like Iron Man sitting there like at a bar. I heard you have a panther problem. I'm listening. But I just think it's funny how there's like this groundswell of support for specifically for Captain Marvel and Black Panther. Like, you know what, you guys are gonna get Ant-Man and Doctor Strange, because you know you want it. It's like
No one wants
No.
Ant-Man. No one. Everyone's like, no. If it's Hank Pym, no. Stop it.
Well,
no
Scott-
one likes him.
well,
It's
Scott
just
Lang,
the
I
age
think.
of miracles.
Doctor Strange, I'm like, okay, we don't have a magic user. Okay, maybe. But Ant-Man,
We need a silver
no.
fox in the group.
We need a
We
what? A
already
silver
ha-
fox?
We need another scientist douchebag.
We need a
got-
silver fox, okay?
Well, that's why we're not having a scientist douchebag with Ant-Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be Scott Lang. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be Hank
but
Pym.
there's no Janet. There's no Wasp. And I'm just like, you had an
Because-
opportunity
No.
to bring
Well,
in
is
Wasp.
Yes.
I thought she was going to be.
version?
Technically.
I heard that she wasn't.
Well, technically, the chick from Lost is supposed to be
Evangeline Lilly. Something.
Yes.
Right.
She's supposed to be the daughter of,
Hank
Hank
Pym
Pym.
and Janet.
and her name is
Oh.
not. I don't know if it's Janet or not, but I guess she's
No,
gonna be
it's,
Wasp eventually.
Okay.
It's something Van Dyne.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, that's
she's
right.
she's in that bloodline.
Van
So
Dyne isn't like
The
the
bloodline.
commonly
He's
used
a Summers
evil
brother.
corporation Van Dyne.
Probably.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
everywhere. I have to look it up again to make sure I got the right name.
oh,
Yeah.
I almost got her and Liv Taylor.
Oh,
confused.
Yes. They look exactly
Yeah, I know
alike.
exactly what you're talking about now because he
I was
said
like, wait a
They
minute,
are
what
both-
is it?
Liv Taylor. And I'm like, I know who you're talking
Oh.
about because I know who that is.
To be fair, they're both
It-
elves, so
Yes,
you
they
know.
are. They are.
Yeah, Evangeline Lilly, her character's name is Hope Van Dyne.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Is he?
So
kin
she's
to
taking
Hope
her mother's maiden
So, Are
name.
we still gonna call him Pym particles if Pym's not around?
Maybe
He
they'll be.
was around.
They'll be. Yeah, he's.
He was around. He's dead. Thank you.
I think he's gonna. I think they're gonna make him like in the same era as like
As
Tony Stark's father.
dad, yeah.
So he's gonna be like part of that.
Yeah,
original
Hank
Avengers
created the Ant-Man suit probably somewhere around like the 70s or so, while he was young, and then now in current time he's older, and Scott takes the suit and goes on from there.
So we get.
Oh,
Pym
1963,
Laser
sorry.
Suit, Right?
I hope so. We
Dark
can
Knight
only hope.
Returns style
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah, pretty much. So I guess he's gonna kind of kick it off and just be in the background. And it's like, hey, here's that one guy from Anchorman with the mustache.
Yeah.
Because everyone.
Well, yeah, because John Slattery is returning to reprise his role as older Howard Stark in a scene in Ant-Man. So
Okay, yeah, that's totally what I wanted to
Is
say.
that what his name is?
Flattery. You know,
John
flattery will get
Slattery,
you
yeah, from Madden.
everywhere.
Battery.
I thought his name was Dominic something.
Dominic West?
no, Dominic Cooper plays the young Howard Stark.
Obviously, everybody
oh,
knows
okay.
that. I didn't-
Yeah, 1940s. Yeah, between 1940 and like 1963, 1970, he ages a lot.
The Oracle, everybody.
Luis,
I would imagine so. that's,
Oracle.
that's a lot of decades.
Luis, how do you know all of
He
this
he is a computer.
information? I'm convinced you're not a real
All right,
He's
spoiler
Solo.
spoiler alert. I'm not a real person. I'm a computer program, kind of like what you have Hydra with Zola now.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
That
don't-
makes me feel
Zola.
Yeah,
way better.
That's me.
I've never
That
seen
makes
him
me
in
feel better.
person. He's only on the computer. He's
Luis,
Zola.
why are you not in my phone? I'm tired of Siri.
Yeah, and Google's approximation.
I'm
also
working.
sucks.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Siri was just my prototype.
He would just like wake up in the middle of the night and be like, "Are you sleeping?"
Has anyone seen Transcendence?
No.
All right, don't see it, but But basically, the premise is like Johnny Depp like downloads his consciousness into a computer, and like that's all I think now with Luis. It's like he's just Johnny Depp. He's like, I'm not going to kill them. I'm going to transcend them. It's the only part of the movie that's even worth watching is like they think he's like this evil. They think he's like, it's literally like the ending sequence because they think he's like this evil program who's going to destroy everything, and really he's healing everyone. He's like going to fix the planet, and they're like, no, we don't want that. Upload this virus and kill yourself. And he's like, all right, I'll do it. But before I go, let me tell you about what I would have done. He's just like just rubbing it in. He's like, I would have solved all world hunger. There would have been no violence. But I'm going to upload this virus instead. I'm dead. It was just funny. Just
Were
like,
they just like, no!
Whatever.
You never really saw the reaction shot. It just goes into this whole sequence, and it just like shows what it would have looked like. But it was just like it was just really unintentionally funny because it was just like it really seemed like the kid was like, "Well, I was gonna invite you to my birthday party, but now I'm not," and it just came off like that. Like
it should have ended with like panning to some guy and being like, "Oh fuck," and then it just goes to black.
One dude's like, "Oh fuck," the other dude's like, "He's totally lying."
It should have been Morgan Freeman. He was in that, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Oh shit.
If humanity didn't have such a nature to distrust, we could have had the greatest civilization ever known. Oh shit. Instead, we killed that motherfucker.
Oh well. Bygones be bygones.
Oh, man.
Paycheck's a paycheck.
Yeah, that's the best saying ever. Paycheck's a paycheck.
Courtney says Transcendus is retarded. Captain America 2 beat Transcendus before it came out, and the Doctor Dude uploaded his mind before Johnny Depp. So there you have it. Cap did it better. Basically, Captain America 2 did the same thing before and better, and then Transcendence came out and made a really boring movie that sucked.
Well, of course.
There you go.
So there you go, Johnny Depp.
Don't go see it.
Well, there's a reason why they put it so close to Captain America's release. It's like,
Yeah.
don't watch this.
Has Johnny Depp?
Don't watch this.
There are movies like tried to bury. Like it's really funny.
Yeah.
They just don't release it.
Right? But they made it, so they're like,
Yeah.
maybe some stupid people will see it.
Well, I think what they do sometimes is they'll make certain movies and they expect to only release them on DVD, and then something will happen where they're like, okay, we can maybe trick people into seeing this in the theater. They did that with Brick Mansions. It was like the last Paul Walker film. You can tell this was meant to go on DVD, but it's like, well, we can milk more money and people will come to the theater.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw part of that. It's even worse than you imagine. It's so terrible. It's the worst part is it's a remake of like a French movie that's
District
like
B19, right?
yeah, District B19. It's like nothing but parkour and martial arts, which is like okay, that's cool. But it's like,
For your American audience.
but then you put it in the American context, and it's like, so all the martial arts is pretty much gone, and then it's like, we know Paul Walker can't do either,
Right.
so why would you cast him
Yeah.
to remake this movie? It's just like, with the Raid, they're making an American remake. It's like, literally, all that movie is crazy action. Why would you make an American remake when you know the
you already
actors
had
can't do
Dredd.
that? Yeah.
Oh, it was so good, though.
20 years
What?
in an ISO
It's like
cube,
the
Dredd.
American version of that is Dredd. It's guns, cops, shooting, killing people.
Yes.
That's the American
Yeah.
version of Raid.
This is
Yeah,
true.
that is true, yeah.
That's
It's-
already been Americanized.
It's like we don't use punches. We use bullets.
This is
And when we
bullets.
run out of
Lots
bullets,
violence.
we use flamethrowers
Yeah.
because some
Incendiary
like it
rounds.
hot.
That was like my favorite moment was when he shot that incendiary round.
Oh,
because like it shouldn't have gone up like that, and I was like, but I like it.
He's Dredd. He does what he wants.
Yeah, it's just like he's magic. He's like shooting a magic like bullet.
And when you're in like, a city, whatever, you got to defy.
Fucking peach trees.
Fucking well, peach trees was like, oh, peach trees, like that place isn't good.
What?
No.
We drove past this apartment complex and we were just like, fucking peach
It was-
trees.
it-
like,
it
it
was
was gonna
Shady
be the
Oaks.
name. Shady
It
Oaks
had shady in
Shady
the
Oaks.
name.
would be next to peach trees.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be the next mega block.
Mama's causing trouble in here.
exactly.
It's just
You
like
know
the-
that's where Mama
There's
started.
just certain names that you know there's no good's ever gonna come out of it.
Yeah.
Eddie strikes again.
Yeah, so, yeah, Spider-Man.
Too.
I feel like Sony's not going to give Spider-Man as a whole, like his
Right.
everything that they own to
Right.
Marvel. I feel like they might license the character for an Avengers movie or something.
Yeah.
Right.
To
I say Disney's not gonna bite.
You think so?
No.
But But
Let
the
them
people,
keep
the
seeking-
audience. I mean, they can make their money. Like it's proven that they'll make money with whatever it is they put out. But the audience would want to see Spider-Man team up with Iron Man and Captain America. So
I actually like Spider-Man on his own.
True, but
if they get some of the money from a Spider-Man movie while promoting the Spider-Man movie by having Spider-Man in an Avengers movie or a Captain America movie or whatever.
But I feel like the Sony's quality so far is so poor that, from a quality product standpoint, I would not put him in my same universe.
Maybe not
I
as
wouldn't even
Peter
put
Parker,
X-Men has been getting better.
but
I
as
still wouldn't
Miles
put X-Men in the
Morales.
universe.
I was gonna say, so would
It's like
Miles
putting Dark Knight
Morales
Rises, you
still
know?
be under the licensure of the
Sorry.
So,
not that
I mean,
Because
because
This was not a
still
good movie.
Spider-Man.
yeah, 'cause I think it's
Is
still in that
the
same
outrushed.
universe. I think that's how it works.
too
I'm really
cliche.
not sure, but I mean, because if not, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't just use Miles Morales already.
right.
Because what would be stopping them? Lawyers? Nah, they're Disney.
Nah.
As long as they don't put Jaden Smith in there.
Oh God,
Dude,
Oh,
Jaden Smith
Jesus.
as Miles Morales, I would no.
I would
No.
cry.
Because that's probably what's
I-
going to
I
I
happen.
would cry
Cry
tears of
tears,
blood
for
if
sure.
they cast.
I'd cry tears of blood. That was exactly what I was going to say.
Cry spider tears.
I would.
Spider
Tears of
Little
blood
spiders
ocean.
come out.
Oh God, it hurts. It hurts.
Michael Morales deserves better than that.
Donald
Yeah.
Glover for president.
Oh,
Spider-Man, I mean.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my god,
definitely.
that would be amazing.
Well, he is
That's how that all
voicing
started.
Miles Morales in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
I know. One
Yes.
step closer.
Too bad the guy who's already playing Falcon can't be him either because I loved him too.
Oh,
I
Anthony
think
Mackie.
he's too old.
Yeah.
Too old.
Well,
Too old to
they
complete
can't-
the training.
Actually, screw Peter Parker to start with Miles Morales.
Well, they can just age him up anyway. You'd be like, they just do like
I've
a.
seen
they
Uncle
just
Ben
do like,
die too many
they can
times.
just do a quick montage of him when he's a teen. Like, oh, now he's older.
So we get like 5 minutes of Jaden Smith. And then
No,
we get
it's
the rest
still
of the
too
No,
movie.
long.
no,
even-
not
I was gonna
5
say, even 5 minutes is
seconds.
way too long.
And then he'd read
Oh.
one of his stupid tweets.
It's just him reading his damn Twitter.
Oh my God.
Well, Will Smith
Kids
is
should be
going to be his
going
pops.
to school.
Of course, of course.
Or Uncle Ben.
Will Smith is gonna be like the Doc Ock or something.
Oh
Son,
my God,
look
if
how
you
many
was-
arms I have.
If Will Smith was Uncle Ben, that would be fucked up.
You know the difference between me and you? I make dying look
No,
good.
in this one they probably call him Uncle Phil.
So who would be Aunt May?
Aunt May can be, I guess Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jada Pinkett Smith.
She can be her too.
She's too young, though.
You think so?
She's too young.
Well, I mean, if Uncle Ben's Will Smith, then they're all.
Oh come on! It's
younger.
not like they can put
Vivica
makeup or
J.
something to
Fox.
make her look old.
Do
Whoopi
what?
Goldberg.
Oh, Louis said he can
Vivica
make me
Fox.
gold. Whoopi Goldberg.
That's what I mean. Come on.
Where are my eyebrows?
Miles!
dead,
I told you to get the damn eggs!
I'm sorry.
Let me put this nun outfit on real quick.
You know, we're going in that
We're just,
direction.
like, making different movies at this point.
If we're going to that direction, I want Oprah's off May.
And
You're getting spider powers. You're getting spider powers. Everybody gets
you just make
spider
Ultimate
powers.
Spider-Man. You get Kung Fu power. You get, like, Black Panther power, I guess.
You get White Tiger
Panther.
powers.
White Tiger, yeah.
You get Buckethead powers.
You get
Tiger.
Buckethead powers.
Oh man,
That cartoon is actually really good.
which one?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Fluttershy says with a cameo of Miss Buttersworth. Oh my
As
god.
we like if Tyler Perry directed a
Oh
Spider-Man.
my god.
Oh, there you go. Tyler Perry
is
as Aunt May.
Aunt Jemima. Come on, kids, come get some pancakes.
And Aunt May.
Freaking Medea turns into Aunt May.
Oh, could you imagine?
The person who comes in to shoot badgers like, not on my watch. Caps him in the chest. No, Spider-Man's never made. 'Cause it just ends up being Medea with spider powers.
Oh, no.
She takes the mask off. And it's like,
Hello. Oh, what
I don't
have
shoot web, but I shoot 40 millimeters.
what have we done?
That's an
how
approved.
did we get here?
Approved. Courtney says, "Oh dear." Well,
That's like an abomination of a film.
Oh, man.
That's
make
not
that
even
t-shirt.
a film anymore. That's an experiment.
Oh,
an
man.
experiment gone wrong. Speaking-
Sony's probably like, this is great.
I
This
know,
is gold.
right? We need to get these guys on the
I
development
never
team.
down.
Someone get that one guy who Luis said, whose name I don't remember.
Fantastic Four?
Fox.
Oh, okay.
When is that movie coming out?
Sometime. I think 2015.
It
I'm
was
not
When
sure.
it was
maybe
July
Marvel
2015.
screws up.
Now it's August 2015.
Okay, there we go. The Oracle
Keep pushing
knows.
it back.
So speaking of that, they are actually going to end the Fantastic Four comic book. So,
Okay.
Like for good.
Luis, help me
For
out.
now,
Huh?
they're not gonna end this forever. They never do.
They're just like,
But
fuck
Marvel's
this
being
for now.
So dead is dormant, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Who's
they're gonna
writing it
kill
right
it
now?
for I don't know how many months while the Fantastic movie is out in theaters. So it'll be back at some point.
Wait,
Who's
so
writing
they're-
it? Who is writing it now?
James Robinson.
How was
Mr.
that going?
Robinson.
They're coming out with a Fantastic Four movie, and they're saying, "Hey, let's just shelve the Fantastic Four comic."
Fox is coming out with a movie.
Yeah,
not Disney.
that's the whole thing. Is they don't. They
because
don't.
Disney. Is
Disney
in
can
charge of the
sabotage
comic.
anyone that has their
They're having
Marvel
a little.
license.
Disney's having a little bit of a
Oh,
tiff with
that's
Fox
right.
now.
They want the Fantastic
That's
Four
why
because
they're-
Galactus. He's an awesome threat.
Because that's why they're killing Wolverine in the comics. I mean, they've been denying, like, we're not canceling Fantastic Four, and they're like, yeah, we're actually just
We're
going to
actually
cancel
gonna
it.
Yeah.
Well, the last Fantastic Four I actually enjoyed was
You enjoyed one?
yeah.
Wait, the
it was
movies or
Future
the
Foundation,
comics?
FF.
Okay.
And that's because
The
it
comic?
didn't always focus on the Fantastic Four.
What are you talking about?
Ooh.
Well, because the FF title was the Future Foundation. It's focused on them, while the other title, Fantastic Four, actually focused on the Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
that's why I didn't read it. I'm sorry, I'm
Let's
awful.
just
I
be
have a
honest.
thing against Fantastic Four.
Well, does anybody like the Fantastic Four?
If Reed Richards wasn't there,
I like
could actually
him.
like the other people. But with Reed Richards there, and they keep going for him for advice, it's like, no, he's horrible. He's the worst person. He's not a hero. He's a psychopath.
But if you play him in Legos, he turns into a
The
fucking
teapot, and that's awesome.
So-
He couldn't annoy me enough because I could turn him into a teapot.
That is his special power.
He was great during that kart race because you could park him in front of the AI.
Turn
and
him into a
the
teapot.
park him right there, and then get into your cart and take off. And AI's like, oh, there's a teapot in my way.
I can just see him doing, like, an infomercial. It's like, when I'm not fighting crime, I like to transform myself.
I'm a little teapot, stretchy and blue.
Gross.
Oh, man.
Don't put
Oh,
anything
man.
into me. I won't.
You know
I'm
what's
human.
ironic about Marvel canceling Fantastic Four next year is that at some point, I think with issue 12, I don't know when that one comes out yet, it starts an arc. Oh, here's the rebuilding of Fantastic Four. We're going to rebuild them in the comics only to cancel them.
Yeah, because they're redesigning their costumes also just to cancel them.
What?
Maybe that's going to play into them. Maybe they're all going to die. It's like, oh, we forgot to make this so we can get oxygen while we're in space, and then they're all just going
Yeah, because right now the Fantastic Four have Incredibles costumes. It's like red and black.
Yeah.
And in a couple months, they're supposed to go back to their blue, but with a new design.
Oh, that's cool.
The design of 7-4 is just going to have canceled across. We wanna prepare
Just
the
have
audience.
cancel sign.
It's just a middle finger with Fox is written underneath it.
Oh, man. And just, to me, it seems really silly, but I already went into this on the last podcast, where it's like, if you read comics, you already are going to know about the Fantastic Four movie. Canceling
Right.
the book isn't going to... I don't think it's going to harm or help the movie at all.
I'm assuming it's not selling well. That's my assumption because
Well,
I mean,
it's doing well. It's not as well, obviously, as maybe Marvel would want it.
Right.
But they're doing this because Marvel was like, oh well, if we put out a Fantastic Four comic, we're just giving them free promotion. Which I guess it does make sense. Like, okay, yeah, they're giving free promotion, but regardless, the movie's gonna bring in readers to you, so it's gonna give you more money. So in essence, they're taking away money from themselves because they're being idiots.
But are they really taking money away from
But-
themselves?
I mean, the movie's gonna be
They are.
awful. So
They
maybe
are,
they
because
just wanna make
they're
sure
canceling
the movie
comic
tanks
that's making
before
the
they come
money.
out with something.
Well, I don't. Is it really making them money though? I mean, out of all the
I mean, Fantastic Four.
what they
Yeah,
have
I mean,
to,
Guardians of the Galaxy just made them a shit ton of money.
right? Like if you take into how much they would have to pay the artists and the writers and publication costs to put it on the shelves and the distribution for it, is it really bringing in that much money?
And then if the movie's bad, will people not want to read Fantastic Four?
right, they're probably refocusing their efforts elsewhere.
Yeah.
Well,
Disney has
I don't know.
a lot of shit going
That's
on.
a tricky question because Green Lantern bombed in the theaters, but the comic still does well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Green
DC
Lantern.
though.
In that, I mean, that's
Right,
Warner Brothers. Everything
but
bombs
I mean, in
Warner
the
Brothers
fact that
except for
even
Batman.
though a movie may do bad, it doesn't mean the comics is going to suffer
Yeah, I
necessarily.
have to go
That's a
with
good
Elise
point.
there. I don't like that's the thing because it's like moviegoers. It's kind of a different audience. There is crossover, but no one's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna read this comic anymore because this movie was bad." They're gonna be like, "Yeah, I expected that movie to be bad." Oh, hey, they're punching Doctor Doom right now, you know. But I mean, I can see
Always
that
fun to see.
I can see that the comic is still turning a profit. And I mean, it's like, and it's also a different department that's creating the comics versus the movies. But I mean, I don't know. To me, it just seems like Fox is just, or not Fox, but Disney's being petty, where they're just like, I don't know. I think that they're separate enough to where the comic shouldn't interfere with whatever relationship or lack of relationship they have with Fox. But at the same time,
Exactly.
Fantastic Four, I really don't care because I'm not reading it anyway.
Yeah,
But,
Well, I am, and I'm enjoying it.
well, Luis, I'm
what
sorry.
comic books don't you read? We should start with that list because it'd be shorter.
You know, I don't have it off the top of my head, but it is a way less short list. You're right.
He's like, Savage Dragon, and that is about it.
My Little Ponies. Love that. Read it a lot.
Closet brony, are you, Luis?
Of course, who's not? Come on, we're all bronies here.
Friendship
Let's
is
just admit
magic.
it.
That line is very true.
Blood Ocean says movies are
That
meant
was Guardians
for...
of the Galaxy. You can't deny it.
I'm just gonna sit here with this face.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. We
We
Groot.
are Groot. There you go.
Blood Ocean says movies are for mass audience, while comics are for a more specific audience. So
That's true.
But sometimes
Yeah.
the people from the mass audience do come over. But I honestly believe it's partially because maybe they don't think it's doing well. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows?
But then why would they kill Wolverine when he's their cash cow?
Please, dear God, kill Wolverine.
Oh, he's dying, all right.
Stay dead for at least 2 years, please.
He is. It's been confirmed by one of the writers that
Spoken,
there's no
sir.
plans
They
for him.
signed that contract in
He's
blood.
gonna stay dead at least through 2016. Which, ironically, wait, something sounds. Oh, that's right. An X-Men movie comes out that year.
They should just make that. They should just work that into the plot, where it's like all of a sudden the
What
producer
happened
for
to
the X-Men
Wolverine?
movie.
Oh, a movie is coming out.
It's like they're just calling him, and he just like wakes up from the grave, and he's like, "Oh, I need to get to the set. They're about to start filming." He just starts regenerating.
Might as well at this point. That guy is unkillable.
Like, just not even try to explain it. Just literally rises from the grave, like, "Are my snacks ready?" Sir, we
I
got.
said only green peanut
Yeah,
M&Ms.
exactly. What? Red? Striker! Oh, he's an animal Wolverine.
Yellow
we
and
just
blue
gave
only.
you.
Yes, yellow and blue M&Ms
Yeah.
only.
Why didn't I do that at the beginning?
Yes.
By the way, on Destiny, my character looks like Wolverine.
It's so fucking cool.
It's so
well,
cool.
okay, it's because
and he
his
regenerates like
armor-
crazy too.
Nice.
No, it's just
Yeah.
his armor. So like he has this helmet that like kind of makes it look like he has the
Goes
Wolverine.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
but it's like a full helmet, so you can't even see his face. It's just the way the helmet is designed.
Like if Wolverine had to like wear a helmet so he wouldn't get helmet hair, that would be his helmet.
and then it's a trench coat, but
Yeah.
the color scheme you have is yellow
and blue.
and blue
So
Yeah.
then you do secretly
badass.
love Wolverine.
oh yeah.
secretly.
As long as he's not overexposed. Well,
he found
Well,
it by accident.
secret
Was like,
popped your claws with excitement.
Snick it.
So there's a rumor, speaking of Wolverine, that Fox is developing a live-action series for X-Men. So,
What?
Could be
yeah.
cool.
I
Yeah.
don't trust Fox with
Yes,
that. They,
yes,
they
come on.
tried doing
That's-
something similar to that with
Generation X, yes, it was.
back in the early '90s.
Generation
Oh,
X and
yeah.
Mutant
Yeah.
X. Oh, God, I hate Mutant X so
No.
much.
True, but that's Marvel
No,
Cinematic
it's
Universe.
ABC,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is owned by Disney. Once again, it's Disney in charge of
I
something.
think the thing with X-Men is like it's so power-focused and big budget. It depends on which X-Men they would use. Because if they try to use like a main team,
Kitty Pride.
yeah.
Jubilee.
Like, if they
used to do
Yeah,
So
Kitty
I
Pryde
spend a
was
Kitty
really-
Pryde. That's all you
Kitty
need.
Pryde and Wolverine, because like if he just doesn't like get hurt, you don't have to show him regenerating.
Dude,
Or
Kitty-
you can just get hurt and then show him later and he's fine. I mean, you don't have
Oh,
to.
that hurt.
That
Yeah,
hurt.
I want Kitty Pryde and Jubilee as like a buddy cop comedy.
I want Wolverine to run the school of X-Men because he's awful,
Oh my
awful,
God.
and awful at it. Hey, Professor
It would be like
Wolverine.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. Professor Wolverine.
My
Can you
all-time
tell
favorite
me how to
80s
do
movie.
this?
If Kitty Pryde and a Jubilee were doing like a True Detective thing,
yeah, have you seen that small
Time is a
detective
flat
detective?
circle. Time's a flat circle, bub.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic.
4.
They're like going. Yes, it would be Fantastic Four.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Because it
True
too would get
Detective.
canceled because it's Fox. But it'd be great to be looking at evidence.
If
and
you put out
Jubilee
of
would just
order.
blast them with the fireworks. Oops, I think we needed that. But I guess it also would depend on like what stage they were in mastering their powers. Like they are just developing them, so they just keep screwing everything up. Like they'll have like the police radio and like Kitty Pryde will just phase through it and destroy it. Like,
So it'd be like 21 Jump Street, but like
But
She goes for like a high five and just goes through all of them and like falls through the floor. Do we need to do something about that? No, she'll be fine. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
she'll be back in about a day
it.
and a
What
half.
can we do? Go to the center of the earth?
Watch me. Puts down the Bret Hart shades. It's a firework.
While we're on the subject of X-Men,
Well, she could do that, or she could just walk to the clouds.
That works too.
walk to the clouds.
The iCloud.
sounds majestic.
That sounds trippy.
I got lost on the internet last night.
I hate when that happens. I usually end up in very dark places when I get lost on the internet.
I did actually,
Oh shit.
and it was a video on YouTube titled "Professor X is a Wimp,"
Uh-huh.
and it was the most
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I saw that.
sadly hilarious thing I've ever seen.
I heard of that. I haven't watched it yet,
Punch
though.
a guy in a wheelchair.
That's what was kind of funny about it.
They pushed a guy in a wheelchair.
Well, no, it was Professor X from the X-Men cartoon. From
Yeah.
the
Oh,
90s.
yeah, yeah,
Puppet
yeah.
chair, he deserves to get punched.
It's just him like screaming and talking about how pathetic he is. He's like, I always loved you, but you never understood how much. Ah!
You could have just told her, son.
Who punched him? Was it like Juggernaut? I hate you, my stupid half-brother.
I don't understand
Punch.
Juggernaut's hatred of him because he's not.
Stepbrother. Stepbrother.
Oh, yeah,
it's just
stepbrother.
like,
Thank you,
really,
Oracle.
I've done nothing to you ever.
Yeah, but he's like the
I
jealous
wanted
kid.
to be an only child.
Yeah. Now
Well,
I
it's
have.
not my
now I have-
fault. I didn't choose this.
It's like now I have bunk beds and they're both occupied. How am I can't choose every night where I want to sleep. I got to play 2-player games all the time. Like his life was altered forever. It
He
was
just rubs his balls on his drum set.
take that, Charles.
Took over his mind.
Hey, who can name Xavier's worst enemy?
Himself.
Oh.
No, stairs.
Stairs.
Oh, but he has a hover chair.
Well, in the 90s, yeah, in the 90s cartoon, but everywhere else he had a regular
Yeah,
wheelchair.
and when he's taking drugs, he can walk up the stairs.
Yeah. As long as he has his mutant heroin, he'll be fine.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes,
that
it's
was
mutant
that was a
From,
scene. That was a
X-Men Days of Future Past.
I didn't.
You didn't
see
see
it yet?
No.
Oh,
It hasn't been on Netflix.
spoilers.
Eh.
It's not really a spoiler.
Well, I saw
'cause you
him
find
walking
out.
around in that fucking movie anyway.
I
we saw
don't
the
want
trailer.
your future.
I don't want your suffering. I don't want to be featured on Netflix.
There was a scene in one of the Ultimate X-Men issues. I believe it was written by Brian K. Vaughan, where like Sinister like breaks into X Mansion. And he's at the top of the stairs with Xavier. He just pushes it down like, "Here, your mortal enemy."
Yeah, that's why I love Mr. Sinister.
Well, Mr. Sinister
he
is-
really lives up to his name.
He's like, you want to see me do something really sinister? Push.
That's like the most evil thing you could do to somebody.
Just falls down the stairs like Mr. Glass.
I love him.
He's just all sitting there all mangled. I can't feel my leg.
Like, sometimes you see like comic
You
book
already
villains,
could feel
and they're
him.
like
Oh,
rob
yeah.
banks.
Yeah, oh, okay. I was really worried for a second.
God,
They did
Mr.
it.
Sinister is really like
Sinister.
He's like evil for evil's sake, like all the time.
That is so
Well,
He's like,
they
I
don't
wonder
call
what
him
you would
Mr.
look
kind
like
of
if
bad,
I
but not
tortured
really
you
that.
endlessly.
That's such a dick
Sinister.
move.
That really is. Oh, man.
I can't improve.
Yeah, I think it was for me. I think it was Friday. We were talking about how we want to see him appear in
Oh,
in the Apocalypse movie with a diamond on his head.
Oh, man. Can you imagine if they actually brought Sinister back? Now hearing that.
Where's
it's like,
Scott?
That will be appropriate for all audiences. Is we doing just all these despicable acts. Like, he's not even doing anything, like, as far as, like, being a major villain. He's just being a dick. Just like little kids that have ice cream. He slaps the ice cream off.
He's just like, I'm so proud.
Yeah. His little forehead diamond just glows every time he does something evil.
He had his own prank show.
Yeah. His theme song, Shine Bright Like a Diamond.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
man, that's the X-Men I want to see. You're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. So, speaking of beautiful,
You
So-
have the best Rihanna impression I've ever heard.
I actually do have Rihanna impersonation gigs on the weekend.
Really? Where he dresses as Rihanna?
Exactly.
With the tit tattoos and everything.
Yep. I have to. You know, you can't just do it.
And
you know,
bruises.
No
Don't forget
half
the bruises.
measures. Only full measures.
What, Luis?
I said, don't forget the bruises.
Oh.
No.
Mr. Sinister would be proud.
Yeah, wait a second. Are you not Zola and he's like best friends with Mr. Sinister?
Wait, so is Chris Brown Mr. Sinister then?
Yes.
I think he might be.
Yes.
That actually, we saw this. All of a sudden, he said this next album cover is a little diamond on his head.
Oh my
I
God.
must get the Summers DNA. What are you
Yes.
talking about, Chris Brown? Punch us TV hosts. I will punch everybody. Oh man, so I have no segue for this, but 24.
24?
Pete, speaking of punching people, so America's not just the only country that has a guardian agent that is watching over them and stopping terrorism. India also has their own version of 24.
What?
And not only, and it wasn't just like, hey,
Like
let's have
Bollywood version?
I guess so, but apparently they've renewed it for a second season.
All right.
So it's not just America that loves 24. The
That's
actor
cool.
actually looks familiar, but I don't know what his name is.
I bet their threats are completely and wildly different than
Yeah, I would-
American threats.
Probably.
Somebody's taking all of our sacred cows.
I wasn't gonna go
That's
there.
more of a Tony Jaa movie. That's like if they
Yeah.
remade like Amba.
Yes.
Give me back my elephant. They just don't.
Yes.
Give me back my holy sacred cows. He
Yes,
just starts beating the
redub
crap
it.
out of everybody. But it's Alan Kapoor.
Oh, I was going to say
Or
Beaver
Alan.
Sutherland is in it.
For some- I wish it was still him.
That's all I call him.
That was
What do you?
Oh,
say?
it's Bob's Burgers.
It's Bob's
Oh,
Burgers.
okay. When you said that,
Not me.
I saw that episode before I watched Dark City, and he came on the screen, and I started laughing. Everyone was like, what the fuck, dude?
Did you just
Why do
like
you
mutter Beaver Sutherland?
Yeah, and then I told him afterwards, like, beef or southern. And they're like, oh my god! And I was like, it's perfect, isn't it?
it is.
It's so lovely. So now when you see him, you're just going to be like, beef or southern.
Kelly, when you mentioned that on the panel, I was laughing so hard. I don't even remember the context. I
I
remember
don't even
hearing.
remember what
Someone
was
said
it.
Kiefer Sutherland, and he's like, beef or Sutherland?
Oh yeah.
It's like perks up like beef or Sutherland?
Someone that has like a hamburger place needs to have like a burger that's called the Beef or Sutherland.
Bob's
Well, if
Burger.
they brought back Cowboys of Moo Mesa,
What the hell is that?
Whoa, what is that?
And that's the one where it's like the cows or the bulls rather. They're like in the western.
Yes.
Yeah. So they would always drink sarsaparilla.
yes.
Yeah.
That's one of those
Wait,
obscure.
cows would eat burgers?
Yeah. Why
That's
not?
one of those obscure cartoons from the '90s that hardly anybody knows about.
I know
my
pizza
God.
delivery cat.
That's like up there with
Pizza delivery cat?
Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
Wait, what is
And
this?
SWAT
what is
cats.
this called?
Well, see, SWAT cats at least general people know.
Yeah, SWAT Cats was
Oh.
badass too.
It's called.
People
I-
Cowboys
that's
of
a
Moo
good one.
Mesa.
Did you see
Cowboys
pizza delivery
and-
cats? Or
I feel like I
That's just
if
it.
I saw it, I
Cowboys
think
of
I
Moo
would know
Mesa.
it.
it was awful.
Oh my god.
I want to get that on Blu-ray. I want that right now.
kind of looks familiar. What channel did it come on?
Probably Fox.
Yeah, I think it came on Fox.
Oh my
Most
god,
likely.
dude, I want to cosplay as that.
Someone fire the approved guy. For Lord's sakes.
I'd be walking around.
He's been there for too long.
Well, this is like one of those offsets where it's like Ninja Turtles was popular, so like, oh, people love talking animals. So,
Right.
Street Sharks.
so yeah, Street Sharks, Cowboys of Moo
Street
Mesa,
Sharks.
Biker Mice from Mars, you know, everything.
Oh, biker mice.
Yeah.
Biker mice, I know that one.
So everything came out of the woodwork. So you're like, hey, why not cowboy cows?
And then like the
Cowboy
Beetleborgs or
cows.
whatever.
Big bad Beetleborgs.
Oh, I
How's
missed
that for
Love that.
alliteration?
Approved.
Approved.
I
like
still,
a little.
I still use a joke from that show to this day.
Wait.
And it was when the girl had one of the girls had to sing, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got a solo. Like I'm gonna sing so low nobody can hear me."
Oh, okay.
Oh, was that Rihanna or what?
What?
Yeah, I think that-
Solo.
So India's version of 24.
Yeah,
Does
so
not have
Oh, that's
pizza
right.
filling, but it
It-
does have a nice.
it just exists. I'm just happy that it exists. I don't even know like what else to say.
I
than,
saw the Bollywood of like RoboCop.
oh,
It
really?
did not disappoint.
Really?
That sounds fantastic.
It was awful.
Was
It
there like
awesome.
dancing and singing?
Yeah.
Bollywood?
They
Dude,
usually do that.
that's
24 with dancing and singing. Like he's like torturing them, and they're just like dancing, and everybody's tortured, just like
Right.
doing like this like choreographed
he
dance.
delivers the evil plan that they had via song and dance.
And
You know-
Mr. Sinister's like, I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, punch.
You're not supposed to enjoy this.
Oh man, I'm gonna actually try and watch it if I can find an episode of 24
Yeah,
in
you need
India.
to review it. Let us know how it is.
I really wish that every country had a 24, so we can see like every culture's take on 24.
Try YouTube. I mean, that's where eventually I found the trailer.
Yeah,
so
I did see
I
the
think they had an
trailer.
episode on there.
Yeah.
So ISIS have their own.
It's just like no, they do, but it's
But
only
they're
one.
just
It's
Americans
only
or the
it's
enemies?
only one episode. And Jack Bauer goes in there, and they just all shoot him. It's like you will never stop us.
I would imagine a lot of the threats would be like Pakistani and Chinese, considering their region that they're at and how
But
much
they're
they
being
hate both
bombed
sides.
by other governments, so that would be their terrorists.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
they got-
would
they got
actually
their own-
they'd actually be more legit.
It's
Yeah,
us against
there was
the
just like
world.
we got like. I'm not saying it's not bad. We got hit once. India gets hit constantly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
any country that's around there, like yeah, they have a lot more threats to deal
Well,
with.
you know, like they're also like a death struggle with Pakistan over like 200 miles of territory.
Yeah, it gets real over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they actually like fight in their country.
Yeah.
So.
But we like to export our fighting. We're like, you know what? We really don't care for it over here. So you
It's very
guys,
Saga-ish.
It's
you know?
the rise of the
Oh,
machines over there.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
That's what was so
Yes.
disturbing about the new RoboCop. Was
I
like
haven't
that
seen it.
was like
Yeah.
what the other robots were designed to do
Oh,
was to basically subjugate other countries and not like put our soldiers in the line.
I
Well,
see.
it was like,
But isn't that what
ooh.
they want? I mean, here, I
Third
mean,
It
law
was
it's
a
disabled.
really good commentary. It was like, ooh.
That's not
That
too
seems-
far off.
sure that's called the
plausible.
military-industrial complex with robots.
And they had the drones, but like the drones were like terrifying. You know how like Terminator had like those drones?
Yeah.
wasn't really that afraid of those drones.
Mhm.
RoboCop's drones were scarier. They're like, oh, that'll mess you up.
What about Amazon's drones?
Amazon, they will mess you up because
It's like, I have Amazon Prime, and it's taken 5 days for those things to deliver my package.
because it took like 13 drones.
Yeah, they kept crashing. Sorry, sir, your package has been lost.
People kept shooting them down.
Yeah. Oh, sweet, PS4. Boom!
We got ourselves
Yeah,
grown
why
over
does it
here.
happen? It's so easy to steal.
America.
You just lassoing them. This is how we do it at Moo Mesa.
It's like, pull, shoot. I thought it was one of the frisbees.
Yeah. Oh man, that still makes people laugh. Is this like? I don't see how that would be a good business plan for Amazon. Like, wouldn't it cost
It
more
has to
money?
be local. It has to be
Yeah.
very, very local.
It's be like anyone
deliveries.
within like a 5-mile radius of the
Yeah.
factory.
At that
And-
point, just use a paperboy.
But then,
Yeah.
but then again, it's just like
But
it
many
can be.
broken windows.
You just actually brought up a really great point. It's easily intercepted.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe they're gonna have like missile turrets on them. Like you're gonna be trying to shoot them down. Like
If you
not
get-
on my watch.
Plus, they're very hackable too. I mean, they got to be given a signal to
Dude,
like.
it is easier to go into a FedEx truck while the driver is in a building and take a package
Yeah, but
than
people
it
are
is
gonna,
to
like-
shoot down a drone.
But that's
I
not
said shoot
fun,
down.
though.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying shoot down a drone. I'm saying just hack it and make it come to you. That's
Yeah.
easier than stealing a package because no one sees
Y'all are
you
making
do
this
it.
way too complicated.
Oh, it's that delivery of Viagra. Come down to me.
Why do
I
those
need
always
that.
My
get
detachable
redirected?
penis.
It's like that's my penis that's been grown from the lab. Hack into it immediately. We need this.
Redirect.
We need this for Freak Fest '97.
House of Horror.
House of
Whores.
House of Torment.
Oh no.
Those guys were like in full effect at Comic Con. It's just
Yeah.
like, hey, like I wish Joe was actually here. He was telling me like one of the guys came and was like, hey, do you like scary houses or whatever? And he's like, or haunted houses? He's like, no, not really. And the guy was like, well, he's getting really snarky
You
with
didn't
him.
really think
wait.
about what would happen if I answered that way, did you?
Yeah.
Way to shit on my
He
parade.
was just like all offended. It was pretty funny.
Like, no, I don't. I don't like people jumping out and scaring me.
Yeah, I frighten easily. I do not prefer them.
I kind of punch people who do that. So,
Mr. Sinister.
no, that's not sinister. Don't sneak up on people.
Falcon punch.
Falcon
punch. Big
only you could think of that as you're punching someone. Falcon punch.
That would be the most awesome thing that you could do.
It'd be really sad if it would
no,
did not
I
do
feel
anything to
like
the person.
a falcon punch would be like while he's flying, and he would just fly by you. Falcon punch! Keep flying.
That would be awesome. Oh my god, there's actually a video, and it's these kids are arguing. It was this little kid. He had to be I don't know, no more than 8. And he's arguing with someone. He gets on his bike and rides off. And you're like, okay, where's this video going? And he rides by, jumps off the bike, punches a dude, hops on the bike while it's still rolling, and rides off.
Wow.
It's even
It's bad.
even if you're the person getting punched, you have to respect that. You'd be like, my face kind of hurts, but that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
I'd get him back by destroying his bicycle.
Well, you have to catch him first.
Right?
Oh, eventually.
I will find you.
I will find him.
It's like
It's like-
Taken, but just it's like sucker punch.
20 years later. Here's your bike, kid. Yeah, I drive now.
I have a car.
I still destroyed it.
Well,
so
where's your car parked?
yeah, right. Slash the tires. That wasn't my car. I lied. Take the bus.
Oh.
And that's
perfect.
And that's how speed
Where's your
happened.
bus stop?
Speed right there.
And that was the origin story to speed. You can't slow down. So apparently, both Courtney and Blood Ocean 07 are fans of House of Torment.
Cool.
So that makes 2 of us. So the approved guy is at it again. He will not take it lying down. So we've.
Drawing of him.
So of course we've had already. We did a sketch.
Business suit with a really stupid, dumb grin on his face.
Well, in this case, we might as well just have a Tetris piece with a bow tie on it because they're going to be making a Tetris movie. Somehow,
that.
I don't even know how that will work.
Battleships failed. If you can't
It's
do
like
battleships,
Legos.
you can't do Tetris.
yeah.
Yeah, Tetris
Clue
is
was
going to be
the
a
only
live-action
acceptable
sci-fi movie.
board game.
Yeah, Clue makes sense. You can make it like a murder mystery.
Real steel.
Real Steel, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Rock'em
Sock'em
Sock'em
Robots.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
I-
so
Wolverine.
surprised.
I
You
love
get so many
Clue. It's one of
feelings.
the greatest movies I've ever seen.
What,
What?
Real Steel?
Clue.
Oh, Clue.
Clue,
I was
oh,
going
yeah,
to say Real Steel.
Real silly. No, I wouldn't go that far. It was a very surprising movie.
Didn't they make? Never mind.
Didn't they make that Candyland movie?
They made a battleship.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't make
Liam
Battleship.
Neeson.
And it sunk.
Oh!
So this is even better. So apparently it's the team behind Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh.
And
Wait,
they're-
Neil.
how do these guys still
Wait,
get
how do you have a
work?
job?
How they get the job?
Well, how do they still have jobs?
That's what I wonder. It's I think if you make it into Hollywood at all, you're set for life.
Done.
Yeah, I mean that's all. You don't as long as you can produce a movie from start to finish, it can somehow reach the theater. It doesn't matter how much money you lose. As long as you've done it, your resume is so what have you done? I've done this terrible movie, this terrible movie, this terrible movie. Well,
Everyone
You're
has
spinning just
one
fine here.
golden egg.
Yeah,
They
that
can
is
make.
true because
Yeah,
how many times does
exactly.
Brett Ratner keep getting jobs?
yeah, exactly. There
There's
you
a
go.
lot of people who shouldn't be getting jobs.
Well, I mean, I guess with the first Mortal Kombat, they were up here, and then with the second one, they were not up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, that is true.
one
The
for
first
two
Mortal
is not-
Kombat movie for its time was quite good.
can't
I have
rewatch
since
it.
seen it. I bought it at the $5 bin at Walmart, and I was so excited. Oh man, I can't wait to watch this
Oh.
movie.
Bless you.
It was so I couldn't even finish
But
it.
as kids, when
Oh,
we
yeah, as
saw
kids,
it,
it was
yeah,
awesome.
it was acceptable.
Yeah.
as
it was
kids.
incredible.
As-
There's a
And
lot
then
of
that
things-
song, that freaking song,
Mortal
there.
Kombat.
It was epic.
Dude, maybe if they make a third one, they'll do the remix with Rihanna.
Oh,
We like her. We like her. That's why I keep bringing her up.
Oh,
Obviously, we listen to her extensively.
My favorite part, though, the part that's still funny to me in the Mortal Kombat movie is when Kano is fighting Sonya, and she has him in a leg scissor. It's like, come on, Sonya, give me a break. And she's like, okay. She snaps his neck. I was like, all right, you guys got me. That's still funny.
Ask
Stupid,
and you
but
should
it's
receive.
Oh,
Man, we
man.
just bought Clue the other day on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Oh, we were so excited and we watched it. It's so good.
Where are you going with that?
I just love Clue.
He's like, I just wanted to let you guys know that Clue's
I love
great.
Clue.
Well, I
Courtney
mean-
says if you're not bobbing your head to the music, then you should be slapped, referring to Mortal Kombat.
Wouldn't a Tetris movie be kind of like? Wouldn't it be logical
they
for them
make
to
it-
go in the same vein as Maze Runner?
Well, I was
The
hoping
pieces
for.
are falling on you,
Oh.
and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Olmec's temple?
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, Max
Ah.
Temple. That should be brought back, okay?
No one can do the monkey shit.
Oh my god! The butt goes on the bottom, the torso goes in the middle, and the head goes on the top! How hard is it, kid?
The adrenaline was pumping.
Obviously! Did you not practice?
So you'll be watching this Tetris movie and being like, no!
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 The skinny piece is
one!
coming!
No,
The skinny piece is coming!
Maybe they're going to make Tetris, and they're going to make it like Saw, where you have to solve the puzzle, or something really
I got
gruesome
it
happens.
even better. I was gonna go for a French art house film.
Oh!
They're just falling in slow motion, and
And
this
it's all
weird
like
music's
bright
playing.
and weird, like everyone's like,
Mixed with Maze Runner?
Yes.
With like a person like getting, like a mime, getting stuck in pieces.
Do you want to play a game? The music starts getting intense, like you're getting
It's
stabbed
like
with like
heavy
knives.
cello in the background.
Yeah. But instead of Jigsaw, it's like Salvador Dali.
Yes!
Is this all melty faces?
It's alright though! It's a Tia! It's a Jesus!
I'm just waiting for the confirmation that we'll be getting Jenga Imperfection.
Salvador Dali.
They'll be getting what?
Jenga Imperfection.
They're gonna make a Jenga movie now.
I want Trouble.
Sequel.
The
Trouble.
board game Trouble.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, not
Oh.
sorry, bitch!
Sorry would be
You
like
hit
a
me,
reality
I'll hit
TV
you
show.
back.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, not really. You're voted out
It'd
of
be
the
like
house.
Big Brother.
Yeah. Everyone has to dress up like
Yeah,
these pieces.
I-
They're just
I-
hopping around.
It's Monopoly.
I can see that in the movie
Not
poster for
Monopoly, 'cause it could be,
sorry, just like the
Wolf on
title
Wall
would be like
Street.
sorry,
Yes, that's what I
not
was saying.
sorry.
Go ahead, Luis.
No, it's like on the sorry movie poster, I could just see that as the tagline, like sorry, not sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like
Approved.
bitch.
Approved.
Yeah.
I love movie taglines. Some
Paris
of them
Hilton
are
is in
just.
it.
Oh God, she shouldn't be
That's
in
hot.
anything ever.
She's in what?
Sorry, not sorry.
She actually, it seems like if that came out around when she was
Or
really popular,
she can be in operation as the person being operated on.
I think they already made that movie, and it's called Tusk.
I don't want to be a walrus.
Yes.
I don't want to wear
Oh
this
my
crappy
God.
rubber
Okay,
suit.
So they were heavily advertising Tusk on Hulu.
wow.
A couple weeks ago, like the week before it came out.
were?
Yeah, so I was watching something on Hulu, and on Hulu, and it was like nonstop. That was the only commercial playing for
Oh, wow.
That's the
hours.
downside of Hulu.
And like at hour 3, I was just like, this movie looks kind of good.
No, that's brainwashing.
I know.
Hey, it's the MTV generation. Play it till you like it.
Basically.
It's like, I hate this song. I love this song after 30 times.
Yes.
I love walruses.
You had it right.
Hey.
It's a walrus.
It got us Clerks 3, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so done with Kevin
Other
Smith.
board game movies.
Wait, Kevin Smith did Tusk?
Tusk. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
his entry into horror. I mean, unless you count Red State, which was
I
horrible.
feel like Kevin Smith has always just been. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
He's always been a disappointment to me.
I mean, I liked him when he first came out.
Dogma.
I love Dogma.
Dogma,
Mallrats
I
is
think, was
really
his
good.
gem.
Well, and Mallrats is really good too.
I like his View
I
Askew
enjoy
movie.
Mallrats.
Everything else, I'm like, okay, never
I
mind.
enjoyed all his films up till Clerk.
I felt
Up till and
I
through.
felt Dogma was his pinnacle.
Yeah, that
his
definitely was
pinnacle.
like his best, especially for the View
It was
Askew universe.
perfected. It was perfected. Clerks 2.
I don't know. I love Clerks 2. It's one of my favorite movies.
Nobody
I love it.
loved Cop Out.
Never saw Cop Out.
No one saw what that other.
He only
He's
did cop.
shifty-eyed all. That's just like,
Agamemnon will attest that Cop Out is good. I think he liked it. Or
It
did
was
he hate
it was
I can't
funny.
remember.
I didn't like.
So- But he only did it was I think it was for funding for another movie. It's not like
yeah,
it was one of those situations where like I'll fund this movie, but direct this one for me.
yeah. So, yeah, I guess the way it works sometimes, but I don't know. Courtney says, oh my God, Cop Out.
Yeah, and he hated working with Bruce Willis because he said Bruce Willis was basically a diva on the set.
That's what it was.
Well, Bruce Willis had a problem with Kevin Smith because Kevin Smith sucked as a director.
Oh,
because they had worked together on Live Free or Die Hard, and they were cool then. That's why they did Cop Out. But in interviews, Bruce Willis was like, "Yeah, so I guess Kevin Smith saw Seth Rogen smoking weed on the set of what was that?
Something about Zack and Mary.
Zack and Mary." And
making an art film.
Dude was able to work like that. Kevin Smith was like, "Oh, I can make movies like that too if I'm high." And then when they did Cop Out, he was like, "He's being a director wasn't jiving well with his weed addiction." So he was like, "I don't like that guy."
Yeah, it was just weird because Kevin Smith, like, I swear, for like a year afterwards, he would not drop it. Like, everything was about, "Oh, Bruce Willis is an asshole. I hate Bruce Willis." And at least for me, like, that's when I was kind of like done with Kevin Smith. I just got like,
I was done with him.
well, I mean, I don't know if you ever, because like before we started this podcast, we used to listen to his Smodcast, and it's pretty funny.
What's a Smodcast?
It's like him.
A smelly podcast.
Yeah,
A podcast?
You just like scratch it.
It's like a combination of his name and like some other guy that's on the podcast. So he's the S, and then some guy with some other letter in the
That's
alphabet.
really stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, but it was like you
silly
listen to
podcast.
it, yeah, and it's like amusing, but it's like he says it's like the same thing over and over again, and it's like it's like he's like he doesn't have much to talk about, so it just gets really repetitive.
Well, I found that his creativity was pretty much limited to what he created in the first place, and that's why his biggest failing is that he had this really good idea. And he doesn't have anything else.
So new ideas?
Bad.
Turning people into walruses? That's not a new idea? Oh, wait, you mean new good ideas. You are correct in that.
He does have enough,
Chutzpah.
clout to say, "I'm not making a movie with giant spiders."
Oh,
And then Wild Wild West killed it.
Yeah.
It killed it.
I will say that story is epic.
Yeah, because it's because that producer or whoever from like Warner Brothers or whatever company it was obsessed with putting giant spiders in every movie. He wanted one in the Superman movie that Kevin Smith was writing a script for originally.
That's why it was so funny when I said it, Luis.
Okay. Courtney says, guy speaking Spanish to his homie. Bruce Willis says to Tracy Morgan, it's French. Tracy Morgan says, Fifi Fofo, we're going in. So that's what Cop Out. That's pretty much it.
Doesn't make me white.
Hey, get it on Redbox. It's out there.
I'm not donating money to that.
All I remember is that Tracy Morgan punched a kid in his little baby nuts.
Hey, yo, I'm Tracy Morgan. I'm going to punch a baby nuts. So, who here loves the movie Rush Hour? I'm only including the first two.
I do.
Yeah.
So, you're probably thinking, like, what would be the best way for them to continue the franchise?
To not.
That would be the one. Instead, they're like, approved, Rush Hour, the TV show.
Oh.
The TV show? You can't sustain that.
It's like, first of all, Rush Hour 3 was bad enough.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like, okay, so we've already milked everything we could from the franchise. Now let's have the franchise without the two actors that make the franchise, and somehow...
Then what is even the
What
point?
is even the point?
Jackie LaValle color!
It has one of the guys that creates a lot.
See, if they made it a cartoon, that might actually work. If it was like Rush Hour Adventures.
No, it just needs to be Jackie Chan with his own talk show.
Yeah, and then
Answering
kids
questions.
asking questions.
Oh, man.
No, it doesn't have to be kids because obviously he can't fucking answer these questions.
That's always the best.
What is your name? Well, I have a name. And
I have many names.
I have many names, and I'm going to tell you them, but only after I let you know that I understand the word names.
Jackie, what's your favorite genre of movies? Oh, I love comedies, action, drama, romance, romantic comedies, documentaries. I love all movies!
I love all colors.
They should just have that, like, Jackie loves everything, and it's just like someone following him around asking him questions. He doesn't even know it's a show. And then when he gets a check in the mail, he's like, "Oh, okay. Jackie loves money donation." But yeah, this is like, I don't even know what they're trying to do with this. But so apparently it's
That's how I find most of Hollywood and TV.
They just saw that.
I don't know what you're going for.
Well, they see them doing shit with Hawaii 5-0, and they're like, "Hey."
See, but that had an audience that would watch it.
So yeah,
Did it?
and apparently it's actually
It still
pretty.
did.
It's pretty decent. I hear. I haven't actually seen it.
I don't care because Almost Human is canceled, so don't
You're
care.
still so bitter about this. He was bitching about this fucking show the other day about how they canceled
It's better
Almost
than Law and Order.
Human. Hey, put your big boy panties on. Get over it.
No, because they
Hey, it's
just
gone.
approved.
It's
They
gone.
just approved Rush Hour
Hey.
out the two important characters.
Hey,
Wait, is it on Fox or
Doesn't
is
matter.
it's gonna just rub salt
It's
in
gonna
his
be on
wound.
NBC. I
See?
think.
it NBC?
I think so.
See?
Watch it
Oh wait,
in
no,
DC.
never mind. CBS. Sorry,
It's
CBS.
It's,
CBS.
it's not even
with the script
It's not even.
with the co-creator of Cougar Town.
Oh, this show is gonna be on for like 11 seasons.
Oh,
But also
know it
but also
will.
the guy who created Scrubs is going to be working on
That
it.
doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
And the creator of Spin City and Clone High. Huh?
But could you imagine them having a bromance like Turk and JD?
They're probably
would
gonna
be
get
interesting.
those two people to play.
Zach Braff and Donald Faison.
Coleman!
It'll be Rush Hour with
on,
them.
man.
I might watch
Wait.
it for Donald.
He was a walrus.
Yeah.
And then they just need to get what's that guy? The mean one, the mean doctor. I can't even remember the actor's name.
Dr.
now.
Doom.
No.
No. He would make that show better though.
Me.
Oh man. Courtney, oh,
Like a Thor.
to go back.
My name's already Cat.
So apparently, Cop Out is more hilarious when you actually see the movie, and it's in the $5 Walmart bin. So there you go, worth every
Did
penny.
it just come out?
Yeah, I think it came out like
It's
last
been
year
out
at least.
a couple
Oh, it's
years
a
ago.
new movie?
I like it when
Yeah,
things
relatively
like
new.
go straight to like the $5 bin like after a month.
Yeah,
It came out in like 2010, 11, something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think the season of Rush Hour is going to be in the Walmart $5 bin. It's just like the whole point of that movie is Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Like they could.
It's just a showcase of them.
Yeah,
Not
you
being
could,
able to understand each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like apparently
Even
the
though
lack of
everyone else
communication that they have in the movie was not communicated to the producer. Like there was a failure to communicate with them as well. But no, it's just terrible. It's like I feel sorry for who they're going to cast because no matter what, it's like they can be good in their own right, but since they're part of this franchise, no one's gonna like it. It's like you can't recreate what they had.
It's the Zombieland thing all over again.
Oh God, Zombieland. I think Amazon should be doing it then. So they
What?
can have yeah. Oh, you never saw the Zombieland pilot?
Oh, they made a Zombieland.
Yeah.
So okay, let me.
Wait, I thought Zombieland was originally shot to be a TV show.
That's
and
the
then changed into movie.
That is the funny thing is they originally wanted Zombieland to be a TV show. They couldn't get it funded. They made a movie. The movie was great. You know, Jesse
I
Eisenberg.
couldn't imagine that being a show.
Yeah, I mean,
It could have been if that same humor and like things were
With
going
that
on.
cast, it would have been a great show.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you could never sustain the money necessary to get that cast.
if they'd made it like
Well,
a miniseries.
at the time, that was before. I mean, Woody Harrelson was really the only one that was really well known.
True.
But
Hey, if True Detective can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in a TV show. But I mean, yeah. But the thing is, okay. So then when they made the TV show, everything basically think of everything you loved about Zombieland, like the humor, the graphics, just everything. I mean,
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I loved it.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Now
It
imagine
hit me right in
all
the
of that being
comfort
erased,
zone.
and that's what you have with the TV pilot. Like it wasn't funny at all. Like the humor was really corny and really
I
cheesy.
don't need another Walking Dead copy.
well, their big mistake with the TV show was having the same characters being recast.
Oh no.
Yeah,
And so, like,
Mistake.
Tallahassee was a fat guy.
yeah, but it's like he was like this really like doofy guy. Like he didn't have the same personality at all. It's
They
like-
weren't the characters at all.
Yeah, it's like,
but
why
they
would-
had the same names.
Yeah, why would you make them the same characters
New
but make them
people.
act differently?
There's other people surviving the apocalypse.
I mean,
too.
they literally could have just have, okay, this is Mississippi, this is Texas, this is, I don't know, Washington.
Ontario.
And this is Washington, D.C. It's not really a state or a city. We don't know what they are, but they're
Well,
crazy.
It's
But they're hanging
not
Go away from cities, folks.
It's not uncommon for them to do a pilot and then recast or change a character, and characters change.
Happy
I mean,
Days.
it
Yeah,
happens.
but they
Yeah.
made it, well, I guess two things on that. They made it after the movie, but it was like everything that made the movie, but it wasn't even funny. Like, it would have been one thing if, like, all the characters were miscast, but it was still a good show. I think I laughed maybe once, and it was still like that forced, like I'm giving you this because you need it.
Whereas
laughter.
Zombieland, you're like, yes!
Yeah, Zombieland. Yeah, like
When I
whereas the
watched
movie was
Zombieland,
excellent.
I didn't even think it was gonna be funny. I was like, okay, zombie movie, whatever. I see it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then Bill Murray got shot, and I was like, yeah, that was totally unexpected.
And Jay will never forgive it.
Oh my god, he needs to get over that because it was so shocking.
It really was.
It
That was
was.
one
I
of
don't
the.
remember being that shocked in a movie in a long time.
That was probably the biggest plot twist since
Oh,
The
yeah.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
I see dead people.
Well,
And they
then
named Bill Murray.
Looper, when Looper came out, like I actually I was shocked that I cared about characters. I was like, oh my god, I kind of care. This is crazy, guys.
Well,
You just need to die, old man.
it could have been way shorter.
Yeah.
Halfway through, I was just like,
We
my
could've
ass
cut-
is asleep.
Yeah, we could have cut some scenes out,
But
but
it
But-
was good.
My favorite,
Oh.
one of my favorite parts about Looper was like, it starts off like kind of action sci-fi, but then like the last scene is just like they just remembered Bruce Willis was in this movie, and they
Yes.
pretty much just made it a
And they're
Bruce
just
Willis
like,
movie.
oh yeah.
And mowed through everybody.
Yeah,
He
and like he
killed
goes, yeah, when he
everybody.
goes, I think it was
Yeah.
like the police station, just starts killing everybody
He
or whatever.
killed
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which
but
is
he had like 40 years of killing everybody experience.
Yeah.
I know, Die Hard 2, Fifth Element,
And it
Die Hard
actually
with a
killed and
Vengeance,
in the movies.
Sin City.
He had all that time to like be ready for like this moment.
Well, that's what makes that new Denzel movie so good.
Oh, the
The
Equalizer?
Equalizer.
Yeah. Oh man,
I haven't seen
it yet.
trailers or
I want to see
Old
it though.
guys killing lots of people.
It's
That's a thing now.
Really?
pretty much you got
That is
Denzel and
weird.
you got Hit Girl, and people
Yeah.
are gonna get killed.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes.
I don't know if she. I
Can we
think
just
she has.
do Denzel and like Hit Girl like
Chloe
this-
Moretz is
them.
amazing.
Yeah, she
Just
needs to be in
them.
more stuff. Just be out there.
So is it like the professional kind of where he's a hitman and she tags along, or
I'm not sure because I haven't seen
Or
it,
they
but
rivals.
No,
that would be
it
a
is-
good
Well,
way
have
to
you seen
do
the
it.
trailer,
It is
or-
not like that.
What is it?
She's
you've
probably
seen it, right?
she's not even in the trailer. I don't think
Yeah.
she's on the poster though. Well, her name is.
She's not really involved in the story too much. It's mainly about Denzel Washington's character and how much of a badass he is.
Okay.
And like I was watching it and I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting some Man on Fire taken here.
Okay.
And it was
Oh,
like
okay.
those two movies combined with some Home Alone in it times 10.
What?
I
Times
want
10.
Home Alone, but like Man on Fire.
That
That sounds awesome.
Oh my god.
It's a badass movie.
Denzel, what did you do to my room? Look at these bodies.
The whole house.
Oh man, I loved Man on Fire.
It's so good.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the C4 of that guy.
Yes, exactly. It's just like I
Oh,
wish
no, he
you had
He took
more
the time to do that.
He
He did
took
that.
the time to.
He did
That just happened.
He's just like, you think explosive diarrhea is bad? Just wait until the timer runs out.
I'm getting too old
and
for
then
this
it's
shit.
really explosive.
Nice one.
Can't believe he did that. It still gets me.
I'm still waiting for the sequel, Man Extinguished. He's like in a retirement
The tagline is like, life isn't over until you're in ashes.
So would Morgan Freeman play him? Older?
I remember the time I put a bomb in a man's ass.
It was the greatest day of my life. I
Now-
can't believe it took me that long in that point of my life to think of that.
I
Now-
just did it for one little while.
Now I'm in prison. Now I'm in prison with Andy Dufresne. But I believe one day we'll get out and curve bullets together.
All his movies are funny.
Oh man, that is awesome.
Well, that's what.
And I will drive around.
I don't think
in a car.
Oh man.
Jesus.
So,
On that note,
on that note, so they're talking about. I guess I should have mentioned this earlier when we were talking about X-Men, but supposedly Deadpool will be part of the X-Men movie universe. So,
like, again?
Yeah, right.
yeah, I know. I read this. I was just like, who thought that he wouldn't have been?
Proved.
Yeah, like.
He is?
Days of Future Past reset time.
So he has a mouth again.
He has a mouth again.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, because that whole movie didn't happen now.
It
Is
should be the
is that
same
what we're
character. It
saying?
should be like, this seems familiar. He breaks the fourth wall all the
I've
time.
got deja vu.
Well, supposedly there is a scene where he sees a poster for that movie, and he's like, "Oh, that movie was awful," and that's like the only reference to like the previous like incarnation of Deadpool.
They don't understand
would be
Deadpool
awesome.
enough because the whole movie should just be breaking that wall. Of like, man, this is so crazy. It's like I'm in some kind of crazy movie as like mowing people down.
In a movie, that's gonna get really old really fast.
And you say that, but that's his whole entire comic book.
But I say that because it's a movie, not a comic book.
That's why I've only read one issue because
It's old.
you need to repair those walls at some point.
Boss battle, sucker.
Did anyone play the Deadpool video game?
No.
I played Ultimate Alliance 2, and he was in it.
I'm sure that
That's
was
not what he asked.
That's a better version of whatever.
Oh
that
no,
was
yeah,
trying
no.
to
The
be.
Deadpool video game is terrible.
That's
and
what I
there's-
heard.
Yeah, it's like
I heard like the combo counters are just BS.
the actual
What do you
game
mean? Like-
mechanics are terrible,
Yeah,
and
the
then
mechanics.
all of the humor is also not funny.
Well,
Yeah, it didn't look funny because like when they were advertising, it was like, "Did you write this for 10-year-olds?"
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Probably-
That's not, like Deadpool's like this really like thin line of between being
Like
funny and
innuendo
being really
and-
offensive. And if you don't do it right, he's not funny. He's just like, nah, that's just stupid and offensive.
Well,
It reminded me.
It's
but if they're trying to make a game where kids can play, they can't do the offensive type of humor.
well, yeah, they can't do the sexist.
well, it was an
shit.
M-rated title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they kind of did. It reminded me of Duke Nukem Forever, where it was like a parody of itself, and it was just terrible, and I hated every moment of
There's
it.
a fine line, and obviously people don't get how to do that.
Well, they definitely didn't. 'Cause it,
And Nolan North took the check for that, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Now he's got a brand new mansion. Thanks, Deadpool. Giving people mansions.
Brick Mansion.
Have you actually seen that movie?
No, I do not want
The
to see it.
only scene I remember is like Paul Walker and the French dude are they're captured by these gangsters. He's like, "You thinking what I'm thinking?" It's like he nods, "Yeah." Double backflip, and they run off the wall and do like backflips and just like start fighting all these dudes.
I thought it was
It's
gonna be Pinky and Brain. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. Why does Swiss cheese have so many holes? No, the fighting thing that we're about to do. Oh.
that would have been nice if we would have thrown him for a loop. Like he's like, "Oh, backflips. You know, I can't actually do backflips. I drive cars. That's my thing. Like you do the parkour."
I'll catch you in my car.
They should have just had him drive like a little mini car and he's just running people over.
He's driving the Hot Wheels like power car.
Yeah, Power Wheel with like a diesel engine.
Wagon on the back.
With the Vin Diesel
Yeah,
engine?
yeah. Oh.
Vin Diesel
I am
with a sidecar.
Groot. And he's biofuel.
Nice. No, Groot.
That's Fast and Furious 7 right there.
yeah. Groot joins the team. There's only one way we can pull this off, guys. We're gonna have to put Groot in the engine.
We are Groot.
It's like the cars is like a spaceship with wheels, and they're just driving around the highway.
There's a space highway.
Yeah.
I got
Stuck on a feeling. So I don't know if you guys have heard the theme song to not Breaking Bad, but the spin-off to Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
No, I've not heard the theme song. Is that awesome?
It's pretty awesome. I was listening to it, and I forgot what I was listening to, but it's kind of like subtle. You got to listen to it. I don't know. I'll go ahead and play it.
Okay.
So, because they released, I don't know if you guys saw the teaser that was like 20 seconds long.
Yeah.
It was lame and disappointing. Like anything that only lasts 20 seconds. Oh. But here it goes. I'll let you give your own opinion.
You drink one, drink two, drink three Long Island iced teas. But your buddy's worse off and he throws you his car keys. Blue lights are blinking 4 o'clock in the morning. State trooper makes you wish that you'd never been born. Better call Saul, better call Saul. You want to tell the world you're in love with a girl named Fran. So you find an overpass and you say it with a spray paint can. Blue lights start a blinking, those handcuffs click. You know who to call and you better call quick. Saul, Saul, you better call Saul. He'll fight for your rights when your back's to the wall. Stick it to the man, justice for all. You better call Saul.
of it's pretty much all that, but it's pretty good. It's actually really interesting because, okay, the whole thing was supposed to be a prequel to Breaking Bad, but then apparently Saul himself isn't actually called Saul Goodman. Like, it's supposed to be like he was somebody else before he became Saul.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what the show's going to be about, which is funny that it's still called Better Call Saul if that's not going to be his name in the show.
Well, he's becoming Saul. Right?
Is it going to be like Saul Begins? He's training with Liam
Story no
Neeson.
one wanted.
It was my understanding that he got into like some legal trouble, and that's why he's not called his old name again, like anymore.
Or got like in cartel
Yeah,
trouble.
I mean that would make sense because I mean Saul would definitely be the
Because
type of
he's
person.
a shady kind of guy.
Yeah. He's not the most
I'll do
upstanding
anything for
citizen.
money.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he's supposed to start off
Anything,
as
wink,
a.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh,
He's
man.
supposed to start off as a kind of decent, if not unadjusted
damn it.
attorney, right?
I'm not sure.
So,
I mean,
so it's Walter White, only he turns into corrupt lawyer.
Yeah, but I guess not as bad as Walter White.
He doesn't
Yeah.
We
kill
have to
people.
sue.
He actually is kind of upset when he starts killing people. He's like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that.
Yeah, 'cause he's like-
Hey, that's fucked up.
because it's like he does have a line. Like obviously he's willing to break the law, but well, actually I was gonna say like he doesn't mind if someone or he does mind if somebody dies, but actually I think he wanted Walt to kill Jesse at some point.
Yeah.
Where he's like
Yeah.
telling him, he's just
He
like, we're,
suggested
yeah,
it,
he's
yeah.
like, he kept saying, it's like, what?
Jesse was a big threat to him personally.
Yeah.
So he was like, if you're gonna kill anyone, kill that kid.
I forgot
Kill
how
this motherfucker. Right?
yeah, kill that motherfucker. But he kept like making like this analogy. I think he was like he kept saying like maybe sometimes when you gotta it's like he made like the old Yeller analogy. It's like sometimes you gotta put a dog down when he bites you. And he's like, I'm not killing Jess. He's like, oh well, I'm not. I'm just floating ideas. He's
Romances.
like, I thought we were brainstorming. yeah.
Talk about bromances.
Oh, man.
Heisenberg and Jesse.
I know.
Oh man.
That kid did not deserve the many chances he got.
Oh, not at all. He was.
Don't do the drug you're selling.
yeah.
My favorite.
Actually, just don't do drugs.
My
Just
favorite
The
part.
notorious B.I.G. told you don't get high on your own supply.
Exactly. My favorite part of that whole show is the bathroom scene, like at the beginning, where like Jesse's, was it Jesse or no? It was Walt on the toilet, and like Jesse's like kicking at him. They're like kicking at each other.
And I love it when the people put that gif. And they're like, this show won an Oscar. Or an Emmy or whatever.
An
Oh,
Emmy.
An
yeah.
Emmy. And it's
Won
like it's
several
that scene
Emmys.
of them like fighting on the toilet.
Jesse, we need to cook
Oh man.
Walter Jr. breakfast.
Oh yeah, those memes. Walter Jr. Oh,
breakfast.
he's the breakfast king. I don't know how they never did a tie-in with like IHOP or Denny's or something. It's like, Dad, let's get some breakfast. No, son, we're cooking at home. And then the oven's broken. All right, we'll just go to IHOP. Now with new Blue Crystal. I always love, like, I've seen this guy twice now. I think it's the same guy that was at Alamo City Comic Con, but he always dresses up. He dressed up as Heisenberg, and he has a little bag of, like, the blue
Yeah.
meth.
With
And
the,
he's
with
got
the
the
bucket.
bucket.
Yeah, with the bucket. Yeah, and this time he had, like, was it the Dos Hermanos or something?
Yeah.
Paleo something. Something chicken. The Chicken Brothers. I don't know what it is in Spanish. I don't speak.
Pollo de something.
Let's go with that.
Pollo de brothers.
Well, speaking of food, so on a previous podcast, we had mentioned that some kid got a ridiculous amount of money to make a potato salad on Kickstarter,
Yeah.
and so apparently the official total was $55,000.
What?
Yeah, that's one expensive potato salad. Let me tell you. So he was just like, all right. I'm still gonna take the money. But because I feel bad about it, I'm going to go ahead and throw a potato salad festival so that all can enjoy.
Festival.
Now,
Is this like a potluck with people bring all their fucking potato salad recipes?
see, I don't know if he.
Get salmonella at the same time.
Well, no reports of salmonella were found, but
Saul.
so yeah, better call salmonella. But it does actually have a happy ending. So apparently,
Continue.
the event was able to raise $20,000 for charity. So for the Columbus Foundation to help disadvantaged people in the city.
That's nice.
So I'm guessing they just lined them up instead of a soup kitchen, just a potato salad kitchen. Like free potato salad for everybody. 25.
But I don't like potato salad.
Yeah,
It's
too
like,
bad.
man, this is messed up. And he's like, I better do something for charity. Like when he got a certain amount, like, okay, this
But
is
it's like,
stupid.
dude, just donate your fucking money then. Don't.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
are you-
holding the festival.
Yeah.
I know, right?
He probably probably spend it all if he, did it.
I mean, people are willingly giving him money. I mean,
But to hold a festival, I'm assuming he pitched in money for that. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
it would be way.
Yeah,
Oh, I
as
see
soon
what
he
you're
rented
saying,
out
yeah.
the space, he bought all the supplies and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that.
But I guess it's pretty cool getting your community together and kind of raising awareness.
What if this becomes a thing, like every year around the time?
It could.
It's a potato.
festival.
The second annual potato salad
$20,000 every year to charity.
Deep
And then
fried
it-
potato salad.
and then it's gonna go even crazier. Then it's gonna be the potato salad challenge. Everyone's dumping potato salad on themselves.
Oh,
Now,
great.
now we've been able to raise $100,000 for potato salad research.
Potato salad research.
Yeah. Now we can grow potato salad on people. The most important
Growth him
organ.
and penises.
Oh my god.
That's where the
there
happy
was
ending comes.
Oh.
Another article I really wish that I read today. I saw a headline on Jezebel, and it was a woman uses a potato as a contraceptive,
Oh, I did hear about
grows roots in her uterus.
that. I am
Was
Groot.
it effective?
Yeah, did
right,
she? Did
so
she?
you're
End
not
Effective.
hurt right now, just like thinking of that. I was like, that sounds.
You're now
awful.
sterile.
But it did work as a contraceptive though, or did she also
Did
get
it?
pregnant?
Did it?
Or did she also get pregnant? Also,
Oh,
Oh, she's got
the
potato babies.
She's gonna give birth to Groot and millions
Potato
of other
head?
French fries.
It's the birth of potato head. Mr. or Mrs.
does it come with the detachable parts?
Well, probably have to. That's why we're doing the, growable.
Mr.
penis.
Potato Head begins.
Oh God!
Horror story, actually.
Why do you lose your arms, Mr. Potato Head?
Kevin Smith's
To put the
second
back on.
movie right there.
Yeah.
Second horror movie for Kevin Smith.
Oh, no.
Please don't.
Which I was like, one, why would you just shove a
Shove it in.
potato?
What would you think of all things to put in there? Why a potato?
Why would your partner be okay with you shoving a potato?
You're assuming there was a partner.
Well, I mean,
As a contraceptive,
Contraceptive.
you have to have that type of sexual
one would
partner.
imagine, but maybe she didn't understand.
Maybe.
Given the fact that she used a potato, maybe she's like, well, any kind of sex, even self-pleasuring,
kind,
you still
maybe.
need some type of contraceptive.
Just a whole potato in there.
The entire was it chopped
whole
up?
one.
Was it a?
Wait, no, it grew roots. If you chop it up,
there's
it
no
gets
way.
Okay, yeah, so it couldn't have been a baked potato.
No, it was raw.
It makes me wonder if the partner was just like, well, she's got
She
a
was
potato
prob-
up there, but hey, I'm getting laid.
I would almost understand a sponge.
Well,
Like, a sponge is a better idea than a potato.
well, because it
He
has
lives
the
in a
idea,
pineapple under a sea.
Well, it has
SpongeBob
the idea.
contraceptive.
The sponge is like the idea of the actual contraceptive of the sponge that soaks up and it has a spermicide and all of that.
Yeah.
A potato.
A potato has none of those properties.
But does that mean that
Just
semen
in
will
case
help
I
the
get
potato
hungry
grow?
later.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that is like dinner afterwards.
Potato salad.
It's an oven baked
He's like, so baby, if you. It's like, baby, so if you're done with that potato, I'm pretty worn out from all that sex.
You guys are nasty.
I will wear that as a badge of honor, much like she wore that potato. Oh, Louise says the potato may not have been baked, but she could have been.
That is true.
Fair
That's probably a
point.
very fair
Fair
point.
I
point.
think she was half baked.
Oh, so it's still kind of soft and cold in there.
Oh.
Wait, did it end up as mashed potatoes?
Oh. If he was doing his job right.
You know, what do you think about it? Oh wait, so the potato grew roots, which means that
Wait.
the potato
Is it-
remained in there after the act. Which
Intact.
means, I mean, so how deep was this potato?
That's what I was thinking. Like, how does your partner not know,
Yeah.
but then be totally cool with this?
Again, I think I can actually see why a guy would be totally cool with it, because like I said, a guy would just be
Why?
like,
They're fucking crazy.
Some people like the taste of potato. Maybe he liked the feel of potato.
maybe he was into it. Maybe that was his kink. Is like, baby, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I have
Got
this
the-
potato
Is-
and I have bacon flavored lube, and we could just
And bacon flavored.
We can make a potato bacon
that is
salad.
the thing. But I just feel
I
like,
loved baked potatoes.
I mean, really, it's a lot of averages. You're gonna find a guy that's willing to have sex with a woman who has a potato as a contraceptive.
I wish that was true. But
guarantee
there's like 6
you.
billion people on the
I
planet.
guarantee it. Go on 6th Street right now and ask the guy, like, hey, I'll have sex with you, but I have to use a baked potato. They'd be like, yeah, sure, bro. I'm with it.
What is this? Is that your Nuva ring? Absolutely.
Like they know what a Nuva ring is.
Yeah. Wait, is that like an engagement ring or a promise ring or an onion ring?
Is that like
Onion
a cock ring or something?
Yeah, probably. That sounds pretty hot. Let's go.
Is this a new thing from Fuddruckers?
Yeah, right. Is that like steak fries? I was getting tired of the onion bloom, so this is pretty good. But no, I guarantee it that you could go on 6th Street right now at 10:14 p.m. Central Time, and you will find a guy that has no problem with the potato.
No problem with
None.
the potato.
Zero problem with the potato being
The
used as a
potato.
contraceptive.
We are in a college town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, like one day I want to go around, just like do a social experiment and ask dudes like, hey, if a woman said that you wanted to use a potato as a contraceptive, would you be okay with it? And I'm sure I'll get at least 89 to 90 to 100% responsive dudes being like, yeah, that's cool. That is awesome. Like that.
I would
mean,
really hope that you would at least get one or two being like, that's not how it works.
see, that's the thing. You would also have to attest for the few that would say that's not how it works, but go for it anyway.
Hey, she's not gonna get pregnant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it can't squeeze past the potato, right?
They're not strong enough swimmers. This ain't Michael Phelps. He never had to contend with a potato getting in the way. He wouldn't have got those gold medals.
He was baked too.
Yeah. So coming full circle. Oh man, potatoes. So maybe that will be part of the potato salad festival. Maybe next year.
How big of roots can you grow in your uterus?
I am Groot.
So does it start fusing to the uterine wall? I want to know these things for science.
The
Right?
development
I'm
of
just
poison
curious.
ivy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's the origin story of poison ivy.
She's really a potato baby.
Oh man.
That's why she's so upset when people destroy plants.
Yeah, I know, right?
No,
That's
don't
right.
figure out
Those
a
are-
potato.
Yeah, because she always claims that those are her children, but she's like, no, literally, I birthed
Those
these.
are my babies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
Just flowers coming out of my vagina like crazy.
Courtney says her kids will be tater tots for science. Hey, you're gonna eat that tot.
oh,
Oh, you squish my tots.
Oh man.
that's gross.
Hey, Luis, you still with us?
I'm here.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I thought we lost you at the uterine potato.
No, because I noticed you posted in the chat because I think we were kind of talking over you. I was making sure you're
Sorry.
still there.
Sorry.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I said I guess like nobody heard me.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you over insane laughing.
Come on, Zola. Speak up.
Attack of the Killer Potatoes. So,
That sounds like the beginning.
what's that?
That sounds like the beginning of Attack of the Killer Potatoes.
Oh yeah. That's how it begins. That's how the zombie apocalypse happens. You get a
With the
potato.
uterine potato? It sounds like something that would be made like in the 80s, like the 80s horror movies.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
it's a puppet and it has like a gross little mouth and like these stick limbs. It's like.
So I have one more thing on that before we
Sorry.
go on. Oh no, you're fine. Since the potato has eyes, do they feel like they're being watched? Was it also like voyeurism at the same time? Or- All right, I'm done.
Yeah, let's move on from that subject.
You and I are the only ones enjoying it at this point.
I'm gonna have mashed potatoes after this podcast.
Yum.
I'll never look at a potato the same way again.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, potato, what you doing
How
tonight?
you
Potato.
doing?
Potato.
Hey, potato, would you like to engage in intercourse?
We need to amend all of the contraceptive posters in the gyno's office now to include the potato.
Also effective.
Side effects may include roots. in the uterus.
Yeah, side effects may include tater tots
Tater
and never
tots.
wanting to eat a potato ever again. Oh man, and a copious amount of potato salad. So who here loves Adventure Time?
We do.
So apparently the creator apparently the creator of Adventure Time is stepping down as the showrunner.
Yeah.
So at first I thought like network was
It's not like you just farted into your mic.
he had a potato stuck in there. But at first I thought it was one of those. You got a potato in your muffler. Cram it up your muffler. It's in my tailpipe. No, in my windpipe. but I had assumed it was like one of those things where it's like, oh, the creative direction's different. I don't have, the power that I had before. Now they're changing it, and now
it's like really depressing.
Yeah, it really is. It's just like I can't do this anymore. The pressure is too much. I can't hold up to this. It's just like driving me crazy. It's depressing me to try and produce this show and keep it at that quality. Like I have to step back, or I'm just gonna lose my mind. And I read that because like at first I was like, all right, I thought it was the typical thing. I read that I was like, wow, that's really that's rough.
Well, and then did you read what the guy that voices the Ice King said?
Yeah, he said like he pretty much is like the incarnation of the Ice King.
Of Simon.
It's so sad.
Bless his little ice
I'm
hearts.
so glad though he decided that his quality of life is better than running a successful show.
Yeah.
Like that's such a great decision to make. It's like, no, I don't like this anymore. And like instead of being like, well,
I
it's
need
money.
my life back. Basically.
Yeah, like I want to feel good.
I wanna
about
feel
my life
feels again.
And he was talking about how like it wasn't just doing the show; it was like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the games and the merchandise and everything. He's in meetings constantly. I imagine it took the joy out of everything.
Here's a fun fact: the guy who voices the Ice King is the same guy who voices SpongeBob.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder if he's just like, I'm tired of being in meetings and dealing with that approved guy. He's trying to ruin my life. Need to take that stamp away from him. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I think it's good that at least he's going to still be like a part of the show. I think he's still going to be one of the writers. And I think I want to say they said he's going to work on a video game.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, which I can't even imagine how insane an Adventure Time video game could possibly be.
if they do it like right, it could be really great.
Oh yeah, it can be fantastic. I just literally can't
it just be a
fathom.
dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Come on.
Could you imagine?
I think they've had one on the 3DS before.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
remember if that was.
Was it a dungeon crawler?
I don't know, but
Probably
I think it
not.
was
I would
pretty
hope so.
good.
I think you should just open the package and there's just acid in there. Like, whoa! Whoa, man, these graphics are lifelike.
Where'd this potato come from?
It's growing roots.
It's my baby.
Rock-a-bye potato.
Man,
Which
when
that's
potatoes
terrifying.
grow roots, it actually just like creeps me out.
Well, it's like that's the
Yeah.
kind of thing that would be in Adventure Time, which makes it super creepy.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember the creators of the Venture Brothers, and they had like said, kind of like in passing, they're like, yeah, because it's taken them a long time, like in between seasons.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we really had to take our time with this and step away from it for a while because it was like literally killing us.
Yeah.
And it's like they're usually like really like tongue in cheek and sarcastic, so I didn't know like how serious they were until like I read this. I'm like, now I can see like where they're coming from, where it's like, yeah, because I mean, because. And with like whether it be a cartoon or live action, when it's like something that you created that you're still directly involved in, it's like there's a lot of pressure to keep up with it,
Well,
and it's like very few people seem to have been able to do it. I would say the only ones I can think of would be like Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like doing South
Yeah.
Park for so many years. But even now, they still have help. But I mean, I don't know.
But the way they do South Park is fucking insane.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand how they've been able to do that for so long.
Lots of pot.
yeah,
But no, it's insane. But it is really crazy because it's like, yeah, you've seen 6 Days to Air?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy. Yeah.
How do
Oh
you
man.
get something?
They spend more time getting their shit together than I do in one of my videos. And, like, I don't know. Yeah, the animation is there, but it's still just like, dude.
Just to write a script
Shit.
in
Yeah.
that amount of time
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a 30-minute
And they're
episode.
popping them out a
Yeah,
week.
that's insane. Yeah, because I just remember the part they're like they have the whole meeting, and then once they decide on the concept, it's like Matt Stone just goes in there like, well, now I do the lonely part, and I just write. I was like, I can't even imagine writing that entire thing just by yourself.
In 1 week.
By
Yeah.
yourself, yeah.
Or, like, when they run out of time, they're just like, let's fuck. And so that's how you get the crazy shit endings. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they have some weird ones. Like the one where it's like all it is like all these animals like killing people. It's like Cartman's telling this story, and he's trying to make like Kyle look like he's like Satan.
Yeah.
And it's just like really weird and creepy, like
Yeah.
even for South Park. And I guarantee that was one of those days where like, shit, we got nothing.
Well, they said
Right.
that the majority of the times they always come up with something, and the one time that they couldn't think of anything, they had joked around. Well, if we can't think of anything, we'll just have it be like crap.
Oh
people.
yeah, the crab people. Yeah,
And then they literally had nothing,
Yes, that's
and it was like,
right.
Crab people?
yeah.
Crab people?
Crab people? Crab people.
I love that episode.
Sound good? Crab people.
Crab people, crab people. I just love at the very end. It's like, I knew it was crab people.
They did this with the Jeffersons.
yeah. Oh man.
They fused crab people with the Jeffersons?
I think
That
Is
there
that
was,
what you said?
That was what was said in the story.
yeah,
in
like
context.
after they found out like the crab people were behind whatever they did.
It was
like,
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They were
that's
crab
right.
people
That's right,
in
they were
there.
behind it, yeah. It was
Yeah.
crab people, yeah. And then it was like, I don't know, like Stan or whoever, and he's just like, we should have known it was crab people. It's like they did it with the Jeffersons, I guess, saying that the crab people were behind that show as well. But I don't know, it was hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Adventure Time, I still haven't watched it as much as I probably should, because the few episodes I've seen, I loved. But yeah, it sucks that like something that you could love that much could cause you like that much stress and
Yeah.
discomfort. But it's cool, like, yeah, that he's just kind of like bowing out, like, I'm done, can't do it, let somebody else handle this.
And as a fan, it's heartbreaking that he would get to this point of feeling
like-
so unhappy
Yeah.
with something that so many people love. But I'm happy for him, and I hope that he's able to find happiness elsewhere and able to get back a good quality of life.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't imagine so. I would imagine, like, not having to deal with all that, pressure would probably
Yeah.
make things a lot better. I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like you step away from it for a little bit of time, then he's just like, I gotta go back,
Well, the
like
writers
the Lost
used
Effect.
to write to make him laugh,
Oh.
and that's why it's so weird.
Oh, I
He's got
see.
a weird sense of humor, so like they'd write to make him laugh, and they're like, "Can we put that in there?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's funny." And so that's why you get the crazy stuff you get, is because like he was a very big part. He thought of the idea. He's creator, and then he kept approving all these like crazy stories that his writers were coming up with, and so you got like BMO and everything else.
The BMO Noir.
The BMO Noir is my top episode because I love noir movies.
I knew it was you.
It had all the tropes. It nailed it perfectly.
Nice.
So good.
Well,
What is your sock doing here?
It does it so good.
all right, that's going on the queue.
Anyway,
I'm down. Definitely have to give that a look. Alrighty. Well, we'll pause for a moment to say a heartfelt goodbye to Fuzzy Slippers.
Thanks for joining us. It was nice seeing you again.
Yeah.
Peace.
So while we say goodbye, I'll play the rest of this Better Call Saul theme.
Short, just a couple of names. There's a George Foreman grill down the back of your blue jeans. They caught you at the checkout, the blue lights blink, only one got a call, cause the others all stink. Better call Saul, better call Saul, better call Saul. Your husband disappeared in a most convenient way. Now your troubles are gone, his insurance will surely pay. You get to the bank, but the cops say, whoa, who you gonna dial when they lock you down cold? Saul, Saul, you better call Saul. He'll fight for your rights when your back's to the wall. Stick it to the man, justice for all. You heard me, you better call Saul. Your customers are gone and your store is on the rocks. Spread around the gas cause it's time to torch the stock. But you gotta move quick before you singe your own hair. Who knew there was a homeless guy sleeping in there? Better call Saul, better call Saul, better call Saul. The FBI finds kids trapped in your creepy van. You stay real cool and tell them you're the ice cream man. But all that crying just gave you away. Who you gonna call to skip a prison stay? Saul, Saul, you better call Saul. He'll fight for your rights when your back's to the wall. Stick it to the man, justice for all. You better call Saul. You best call him now, you hear?
You better call him. I don't know the number, so that doesn't really help.
Kind of a terrible infomercial.
Sucks.
It was funny. I saw that and I got all excited. It was like, oh man. After seeing those teasers, I was like, that just kind of killed my hype. And then I saw that, it made it fun again. And then on top of that, then it was like, coming February. I'm like, what? I don't want to wait that long. Like,
Why would you post this and be like, oh, in February?
Exactly, because, all these shows are coming back. I thought it was going to be in the fall.
Yeah.
So now it's like, no, February. I mean, granted, I have Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy to tide me over until then. But it was still really disappointing, because it was just like that, I don't know, that shot that came out of nowhere. It's like, no, I can't wait. I already have to wait that long for Game of Thrones. I don't want to wait for another show.
No.
I don't want to wait for Better Call Saul.
Do you watch Orphan Black?
Still have not seen it yet.
What is your problem? Get with the fucking program.
Well, one has to do with potatoes.
Well, that's understandable.
Potatoes in your bum.
Stop shoving potatoes in your bum and get with the program.
I don't know why. They just reminded me of Bob's Burgers. The butts. So, all right. So we're winding down on topics. We got 2 left.
Okay.
So this one was given to us by Agamemnon before he ran off to go be a dad or something. Well, technically now I guess it's Amuru. So, for those that have been longtime listeners, or even early listeners that don't know, Amuru is, or I guess it's actually Amaru. But
I always call him Armoro.
Amuro?
Yeah, I put an arm. I was like Armoro.
Sounds like Armorar. Armoral.
Armoire.
Armoire. We just call him Armoire.
The original pilot of the Gundam.
Yeah, the Armoire's pilot of the Gundam. Seems kind of woody in here.
Ew.
It's mahogany.
Mahogany. Oh, man. All right, so basically... Okay, well, this is kind of spoiler territory, but basically Lena Headey is supposed to have a nude scene in the next Game of Thrones, and it's actually important to the plot. That's why it's not just like, oh, she's gonna be naked, but like something happens with her character where she has to be naked. Which without context makes it sound...
Is she challenged to a nudist contest?
See, I don't know if I should answer because it kind of gives away
Does it have to
too
do
much.
with sex?
No, it actually doesn't have to do it. Well...
Rape?
No, it doesn't. It's not... When she's naked, it's not sexual in nature.
It's punishment?
Yes.
For being an asshole?
More or less. Actually, that summarizes it pretty well.
Okay.
It's like, Cersei, for all of your terrible deeds, you have to be naked. But it's supposed to be like their church. It's like, so the world can see all your sins or something. I don't know.
Oh, the people she's marrying or some crap.
It's like the... Whatever, the Sept of the Seven, like the people that are in the head Septon, I think it's like whatever his name is. But anyway,
the creepy guy.
Yeah, aren't they all creepy? But
All
so
the old guys in that movie, I'm sure, are freaking creepy.
Except for the guy at the Night's Watch.
oh, Jon Snow, or do you mean
No,
Sam?
The old guys.
Oh, Aemon with well, I guess he can't be really that creepy because he can't really see.
Yeah.
So he can't like ogle anybody.
But he's just kind of like, I once had love. Like he loved someone. He's not like good
I
creepy.
once fucked all
He's like one of like the
the
best. Like,
vaginas.
I'm surprised he's not dead because he's a good person.
Wait, which one?
The
guy
head
in
like
the
Meister and the
Night's Watch.
Night Watch.
Oh yeah. Maester Aemon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Meister.
Yeah,
See, they all have crazy ass names. I can't remember half of them.
So people are losing their minds over
well.
Lena Headey having a...
Well, this article in general was actually kind of interesting because it's like they had to have like extra security. They're confiscating phones. And basically, they're just like, we need to have a closed set. Like, now we set a closed set. Like, nobody can see this. Like, only the people that are actually there for the filming need to be there, and like everyone else, fuck off. So it's cost them like $50,000 a day to be able to do it. So they had like a breakdown
In order to like protect her privacy, and
Yeah.
so people aren't like leaking nudes. And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly, because that's the whole thing with, like, let's confiscate cell phones so people aren't sitting there like, oh, it's a nude selfie, so...
Right.
It was just kind of cool. They went, like, all out. They're like,
Yeah,
no,
that's
like, we really
cool.
care,
That's
and,
really
like...
protective.
Yeah.
I mean, She's gonna be naked on screen though. So.
Well, yeah,
well,
but
to a point.
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure they're probably going to not show as much because it could even be like season 3 with Brienne, where she like gets up out of the hot tub and you don't actually see anything. So I don't know.
You just see like her back.
Yeah.
Or something.
They should just have the mountain stand there with a sword. Like, you really want to take a picture? It's like you're allowed to, but you have to survive this guy, and he has a really big sword, and he is.
He doesn't
wink,
take
nudge,
kindly
nudge.
to perv.
Yeah, you don't take kindly to selfies.
To perv itself.
yeah, especially pervy selfies. Those get the sharp end of his blade. But yeah, it says that what was it now? So they needed like an additional 200 security guards to protect the set.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So I mean,
Big set.
it's kind of funny though, because it's like it was over, and it like took them 3 days to film, so it's like $150,000, which is funny though, because by Hollywood standards, that's
It's not
like
that much.
that's like Robert Downey
That's
Jr.'s
a
like
day.
snack budget, you
Right.
know. I mean, granted,
That's an hour.
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
For
Maybe. That's an hour just for like the key grips and the cameraman.
Yeah.
And that, like, that's it. Like, nothing.
Yeah, they released an article today. I forgot who had published it, but it was like the salaries for just various people in Hollywood. And it was like the only person who had like something that wasn't exuberant was like the assistant to the agent, and they make like $13 to $15 an hour. But it's like everybody else is making like $1,000 a week, $300 a day. Like even the extras, I think it was like at least like
But I guess
100
it's
something a day.
Dependent on work, though.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing because
It's
it's
stop and
like
go.
yeah, because if you're like the assistant to the agent to I don't know Julia Roberts, you probably are making more money than the assistant to the agent of Zombie Extra 3 on The Walking Dead. You know, there's probably
Yeah.
a sliding scale,
Yeah.
but it was kind of interesting. So. Oh wow. Okay. So never mind. That's what I was seeing. I saw something that said $250,000 fine or whatever. So I guess that's like if anyone. Okay. So if anyone leaks anything, then they get hit with a huge fine.
Good.
Dang.
Yeah.
We need to do this for any kind of star.
Yeah. It should be like even bigger.
I think people should just, like, be the people who leak that stuff should just be dragged out of their houses and beaten.
We should just put them in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It should be so extreme that they're like, all right, not worth it. Don't really want to fight to the death.
You get to build the space elevator.
The
space elevator.
Or better yet, like
Just send them flying into the sun.
Well, since they want to colonize Mars anyway,
Yeah.
and there probably aren't a lot of volunteers, it's like,
Just make a prison Mars.
yeah, exactly. Mars just becomes the new Australia.
What'd you say,
Australia.
Luis? What'd you say?
No wonder we can't hear you. You sound all
We're
fuzzy.
losing you, buddy.
Hey, say something again, Luis.
What?
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Were you talking about things?
I was not.
Okay, so there's some weird echo.
There's a ghost in the system.
We've been ghost hacked.
We've been dinked.
So now I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so yeah.
Boobs.
Don't do
Don't
crappy
lick the
things.
boobs
Yeah.
or you'll get charged a lot of money.
and then you'll be sent off to colonize Mars.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that. Except for Dr. Manhattan.
There's a few people who want that.
Yeah, that's
Those
true.
crazy
Your mom
assholes.
wants that.
Oh,
I'm
burn.
pretty sure she doesn't.
I really want to find that article because I just remember reading it. It's like, okay, I'm sure this is a real news story, but it doesn't seem like it's plausible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure somebody wants to have a reality TV show, but it's like,
It just doesn't sound real.
yeah, it doesn't sound like it's actually going to happen.
That doesn't work. You can't show them die.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
Like,
they'll just
that's
cut to
just
commercial.
wrong.
But if they die in space, then is it
Then no one hears. There's
right?
no
Is
one
it a
around
real death?
Yes.
here. Space deaths don't count. Because it's almost like I read this article where they're saying, like, they could build a real Starship Enterprise as long as they had $1 trillion to do it with.
Of course.
So it's just like, okay.
India went to space with less money than NASA throws at shit.
Oh, hold on,
Yeah.
though. Their sensors collected less data. They were less precise, and their orbit was wider, so they had less contact with what they were doing.
Ah.
So, yes, America cost more money, but we were a lot more
But we
precise.
did it better.
No, I'm saying it's better.
And we got Sandra Bullock back safely.
This is true.
I think I haven't actually seen that
Maybe.
movie. Probably.
She's
No,
afloat
but-
now.
George Clooney
But
on
the
the
thing
other
is,
hand.
where the money
Fat
went
nipples.
to was extra science stuff and more missions.
Science.
I just see the budget line. So what do we need this additional $2 billion
On the
for?
spreadsheet.
That might as
Science
well what it says
stuff.
to Congress, because Congress cannot do science or human
No,
rights
what it would say,
in general.
What it would say
Or
is,
any-
witchcraft!
Might as well to them because they don't know
$23
anything.
billion.
They're like, space doesn't exist.
I
It
loved
was
when they were
planted there to
I love when they were
confuse us.
talking about the internet, and they're like, like every other sentence is like, we don't understand the internet, how it works, but we're gonna propose this law.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, if you don't know how it works, look it up, bitch.
That's what they do with.
You do it on the internet.
Yeah.
That's what they do with abortion in women's health. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, why can't you actually give two shits about the people you're supposedly,
Well,
representing?
there are these things called incumbents. Yeah, they can pretty much. And they can pretty much
call
do
it income cunts.
They can pretty much do whatever the hell they want for however long they want.
In chemkins. In chemkins.
It is.
Shake potatoes up their bums too.
Oh God, the roots! They're really scratching now.
You can't focus on science.
I was supposed to fix my hemorrhoids.
The all he did was
Might
make
as
it
well
worse.
what they believe in. Crazy old white dudes.
Oh man.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. So.
Actual cannibal. Shia LaBeouf.
So, ladies and gentlemen out there in cyberspace, those joining us here, World War Shia continues. So, this I didn't even see coming. Like, okay, so there was kind of this debate whether or not Shia LaBeouf was actually crazy, or if he was method acting or whatever, his performance art. I think he's actually fucking crazy. I think this solidifies it. So basically, he's filming a movie called Fury, which I don't know what it's about because I didn't bother to research.
If it's not about Nick Fury, I don't.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It was about Nick Fury. Someone killed my eye. Okay, so that's the.
He's the asshole who put out his eye.
It looks like it's a war movie.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the World War II movie with Brad Pitt because he wasn't done killing Nazis yet in *Inglourious Bastards*.
Naturally.
So basically, Shia LaBeouf is in the movie, and he's supposed to have scars on his face for his character. And he's like, no, these skulls will not do it all. These do not look real. And he's like, you know what? You want to see how I got this scar? And he actually cut himself in the face to make more realistic scars. So I commend him for going the extra mile.
But now your face is jacked up,
Yeah.
and you may or may not get work in the future.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think it's clear to say when you're cutting your own face for a part, then you're probably pretty insane.
How desperate are you for your paycheck?
That's the thing is he keeps getting roles. Like he has this movie. He's supposed to be in some comedy with like some really like well-respected actors. Like I remember seeing the cast and I'm like, I actually want to see this movie, but he's also in this movie, so I
Yeah.
kind of don't want to see it. So
I don't see his movies on general principle of his personality. And
Yeah.
just in general, of how ungood he's been in a long time.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, on one hand, it does show his dedication, but on the other, like, it kind of makes him look crazy because that's different
Yeah.
than I'm going to get in shape or gain weight or lose weight or whatever
Yeah.
for a movie, or I'm going to change my hair, or
Yeah.
I'm going to tan, or, like, fucking whatever else. But actually, like, causing physical harm to your body
yeah.
for this makes you kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's like a whole other thing. There's the whole thing with like Christian Bale where he's like losing a amount of weight and the doctor's like, this could kill you. It's like, okay, you're pushing the limits of what your body can handle.
Right.
This is just like, there's no
Straight up
like, yeah, this
stabbing
is just
yourself.
straight up cutting yourself. Like, there's
Yeah.
no like, this might not leave a scar. You're cutting yourself with a blade. You know, it's like, it's
Yeah.
a whole different mindset,
Healthy
you know.
people don't cut themselves open.
Yeah, not at all. And it's like, and usually I bring up the Heath Ledger thing as like a joke where like, oh, if Heath Ledger can do it, it's like, yeah, he dedicated himself, but it's not like he's like, hey, I want to show how dedicated I am to the Joker. I'm actually going to slice my face up. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
That's the
he
movie
did.
FX people. do
Yeah,
that
let
for
them
you.
do their job.
Yeah, like, yes, he did push his body to the limit by staying up so late and fucking with his own sanity, but where it gets unhealthy is when he was using pills in order
Yeah.
to function as a normal human being because he was doing that. So I
There's a
mean,
point
there
to
is a line, and you know, yeah, he went a little too far,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, Shia is on
Shia
that
just,
way.
Shia just carved the line in his face.
Well, it also kind of feels like he's doing this to get,
attention.
yeah, to get. That sounds like really awful saying it that way, but that's kind of the kind of person he is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty much all the stuff that's been covered in the World War Shia, like, they've all been, like, outrageous, over-the-top things, where it's, like, it's really weird, because, like, on one hand, he's like, I don't want to be seen, you know, from, like, as the Transformers kid, this, you know, perfect little child.
Even Stevens.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's like, so I'm going to go overboard and show how crazy I am.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, but it's like...
And I'm going to do movies like Nymphomaniac.
Yeah.
Disturbia!
I just saw part of that movie. It's pretty terrible. Not that that's really all that surprising, but...
Yeah. Because it's Shia LaBeouf. Actual Hollywood movie star, Shia LaBeouf.
So I actually have to say something that's actually funny and weird about that movie. So there's like a scene where like he gets a new like assistant or whatever, and she's like, I got hired on and no one told me what my job actually was. So she goes and like cleans his office and like organizes everything. And he comes in there, he's just like, what the hell? Why didn't anybody stop her? Why is everything all clean? Like he just like flips out.
Spaz?
Yeah, it's like...
Because we don't want you living in your own filth, weirdo.
Yeah. I feel like that wasn't even like written in the movie. Like he really just came in there. What
the fuck? Changes!
What's going on? I'm gonna cut myself and put a paper bag on my head.
Exactly.
Loud noises.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, so Luis, I thank you for sharing this story and keeping World War Shia.
Creeping through the window, Shia LaBeouf.
You're welcome.
Blood Ocean says Wasn't Holes his best movie.
Yes, absolutely. Even Steven's influenza episode, anybody? Seriously, it was amazing.
I don't think I actually ever saw Even Stevens. I always heard about it. I was too busy watching Cowboys and Moonbase, I'm afraid.
Pizza delivery cats.
You're missing a
SWAT
lot.
cats.
Even Stevens was awesome.
And Beetleborgs.
More awesome than biker mice from Mars.
Yes.
More awesome than Captain
It's
Bucky
about-
over here. What's that, Luis?
What was the actress who played the sister? I forget her name now. On Even Stevens.
Carlson.
Oh,
It's coming to me.
Wait for
Christy Carlson Romano.
Yes, there you go. She was Kim Possible.
Her cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her
When you put it like
cousin
that.
was my art teacher in high school.
What?
Oh, wow.
That's crazy pants.
So does that mean by...
Yeah, it's like it was like a much older cousin, but yeah, her cousin was like my art teacher in high school.
So, like... Good.
What? I don't know.
I was just going to say, so by like 3 degrees of separation, you know Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so
Like, really?
You shouldn't go bragging about that.
I'm just waiting for the
by,
day.
by 2 degrees. What?
What?
Maybe 2 degrees, because be cousin...
No. I was gonna say by 2 degrees separation, I know Jason Sudeikis.
Not sure who that guy is. Is he in Kim Possible too?
No, he was on Saturday Night Live, and he was like the main guy in We're the Millers.
He knocked up Olivia
okay.
Munn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's married to Olivia Munn.
Is it
Yeah, because I knew his sister. I knew his sister because his sister used to be a nun, and she was a nun at my church before she left the nun church. She's a teacher now in New York.
Huh.
That's weird.
I mean, it's just a weird decision. Like, I'm gonna be a nun.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't even speculate. It just seems like so foreign to me.
I met some nuns once. They were really cool.
I never met a nun that I was like, no, you're a bad person. Like, it's just a weird thing.
Sister Act does make being a nun look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
These nuns came into Blockbuster when I was working in San Antonio, and they were looking for a G or PG rated movie that was good. They were like, "Can you help us find a good movie that's G rated?" And I was like,
sorry, man, those
I'm the
don't
wrong
exist.
person.
"Sorry."
There's Jesus and Pals over there.
Just like, I don't fucking know.
Lands Before Time. Oh wait, you got things against dinosaurs. Well, don't worry.
No, I think they already saw that one. They were like, "We want something new." I'm just like,
Land Before Time Part 6.
"Well, what about this one?" And I kept like referring them to like PG-13 movies. They're like, "That's too racy. We need something."
Oh wow. I don't know. You can, especially nowadays, you can get away with a lot with PG-13.
Yeah.
It's like PG-13 is just like if there's no blood or violence or gratuitous sex, you can squeeze it into PG-13.
If you,
You can squeeze into PG-13 like a corset.
I just made like boob grabbing hand motions
but if there's
because
any-
that's what you can do in PG-13.
Grab
Nowadays.
boobs or
Grab
show
boobs.
Yeah.
You can't show boobs. Can you show boobs?
You can show brief nudity.
You can show side boobs.
I think it's only
yeah,
side
but you
boob.
dare show any brief moment of male nudity, and it's like in 17.
Yeah,
automatically.
yeah.
Male nudity is hilarious.
Spartacus,
weird.
I'm telling you,
Spartacus.
So weird.
most weenies per capita of any
Watchmen.
movie. Yes, I'm not even joking. At least Blood and Sand, the very first season, like, because it's like they're all gladiators and they're like naked half
yeah.
the time.
Well,
'Cause
yeah, the
that's how
Romans.
they
That's
do.
how they did it.
Yeah, I mean they did.
Yeah,
they
it
were
is.
wearing clothes when they're like actually training, but I mean,
Yeah.
or when they're actually
Eh.
fighting. But I mean, there's still plenty of scenes where they're just like naked. There's even a part where like they're deciding like which gladiators to buy, and they're just all lined up, just naked.
Yeah.
Meh.
So
Because that's how you pick the best gladiator.
they're just like,
Hey,
I want that
People,
one.
people would pay money to have sex with the gladiators.
Yes, they
That
would.
happened as well in the
Yes.
show.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yes, it's very true.
So yeah. But yeah. So if you're just like, man, I'm watching these shows and they're really good, but if they just had more penis,
Dong.
Spartacus, highly recommend it.
Oh, there we
And if
go.
you need a movie, Watchmen is Blue Dong hanging out all the time.
In case you have a thing for
For
the blue
giant
guys.
glowing blue dog. I'm so glad they didn't remove that from the movie where he's like wearing a loincloth or
I
something.
know.
That was like the most unintentionally like best part of the movie. Like when he's going to like Vietnam, just
Did we go see that with my mom?
I don't know.
Because I remember
Someone
sitting
saw
there
it,
and just
though.
being, yeah, we were like with my mom or his mom, and I remember sitting there and being like, this could be.
Well, like I
awkward.
knew he was naked. I just didn't think they would actually put it in the movie.
because that's the thing. It's not distracting in the comic book because he's not
Because-
exactly well endowed in the comic. Like you see that he's
Okay.
naked, but it's like okay, it's almost like
It's not a distraction.
it's almost like if you're drawing.
But the way they draw the lines when he is naked, it kind of like, yeah, there's a penis.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
it's not like profile, but like
Is
in
it
real
like
life in 3D.
Ken the doll.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has a
Oh.
little more than that, but it's almost like a health textbook.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind
Yeah.
of like it almost like blurred out, kind of too. Like you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the way the lines
it's
are drawn
colored
Yeah.
and colored.
Okay.
It's
There's
just kind
there's
of,
no panel where it's
Okay.
swinging in the air.
Unlike the movie, where it's just obscene.
It's like a
I
pendulum.
can't believe no one actually said to his face, like, can you put some like fucking pants on every once in a
I,
while?
I bet you.
You
any-
can't come into Vietnam like that, sir.
That's just wrong.
I bet you anything like the higher ups get into Snyder and they're like, the movie looks great, but is there any way you could maybe not have a swinging blue dong? It's like you take out the dong and I walk. And
Take out the
they're-
dong, I burn the movie.
They're like, all right, Mr. Snyder, all right, you've made your point. We're leaving now.
We won't touch it. We won't touch it.
Yeah, right.
Dong stays.
He's like, well, if you're gonna have it, can it swing more than? And he's like, that I can do.
Can we just
That I like.
helicopter
Good
it?
idea, sir.
I'm like, he makes it like 300. It's like slow motion.
Can you imagine if like 300 was actually like shot in more Greek? There'd be like 300 more dong in that movie.
Oh my god.
There would be
'Cause
300 more.
when they were like supposed to go out and die, they washed their body in olive oil. That would have been like
Together.
Yeah, together. Yeah,
Hey, can you get
and
my
help
back,
each
bro?
other. Hey, can you get the back of my ball sack, yo?
Gonna get the potato out of my head. For you, King Leonidas, I will go to depths unknown.
I've already been there. Or Greek, remember?
Oh man, good old 300.
Yeah. Best as Sparta.
Oh man.
I
So
love the Greek and Roman.
They had everything right.
Yes.
Well, not everything.
well, yeah, except for all those things they had wrong, but
Yeah.
mostly they were going in the right direction.
They really didn't give.
almost
They
there.
didn't give two craps about who you did.
not at all.
Yeah.
What you like men? Cool. Like women? Cool.
You like hermaphrodites? Better, best of both worlds. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess for them it was just like it's almost like you guys watch Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
And you're caught up. We've seen like season 4 with
We've seen
Oberyn?
everything.
We've
yeah.
seen all of it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, okay. But yeah, the scene where he's like,
Spoilers?
no, it's actually not really spoiler. There's a part where he's like at the brothel,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, and he gets like, I just love he gets like he has like his paramour like pick out one of the chicks, and then he's just like he turns to the guy that's like presenting them was like, I want you. I was like, sir, I'm not for sale.
And he's like,
"I-"
nah.
He's like, no, you are. I'm the
You
Prince of
are.
Dorne. You come over here.
Come hither.
And when he's like explaining, he's just like, I don't see why we can't sample all the world's pleasures. So it's the way some people that's the way some people roll. Oh, so going back to dongs, Blood Ocean 07 says, or like the devil, and this is the end. I don't know if you guys saw that movie.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, we haven't seen that.
Okay, well there's
A giant
dong?
red dog.
there was I don't remember if it was red or not, but it was giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some Fight Club.
Your face is just like, it was like really big. Like,
I don't-
really big.
I don't think it was actually shown. I think you saw the shadow.
Oh.
Shadow of a dog.
creepier. That's even creepier.
I know. It's like it's coming for you.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'd rather see it because it's like it's over there.
Yeah.
It's away.
I
from
can
me.
keep my eyeball on it.
Yeah, but it's like apparently like Predator.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! You just see like the
The-
fracturing of the
Yeah, like the
light.
little, like-
Giant red dog. Gripping in the
It would
shadow.
It would only be better if it had like the music from Jaws. Dun-dun, dun-dun.
Oh my god!
Please.
I can totally see that Jaws XXX.
Wait, didn't they do that for Piranhas like 3Ds?
Probably.
Double
They've
D.
made a
Double D.
porn parody of everything. I just saw in the Mary Sue that there's a Bob's Burgers porn parody. I'm
Oh my
like,
god!
yeah, that's exactly my reaction. I'm
Wait,
like that.
they can't have sex in between their family. That's wrong.
Characters.
Jimmy Jr.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, there actually is
Marshmallow's
one. There is
there.
a scene with Jimmy Jr. and Tina, I believe.
That's just kind of weird.
It really is.
Like the
'cause-
Simpsons and the Futuramas, those are getting weird.
yeah, when it goes to like cartoons, like
And then they actually like try to make them look like the cartoons. Like this is wrong. Don't do that.
American Dad with Roger and Haley. I found it on Tumblr.
okay, that actually
On
is
my
hilarious.
dash, and it was absolutely terrifying. Like I scrolled past it and I went back. I was like, "The fuck did I just see?" And I had to stare at it for a really long time to realize what it was. That image is burned
That
in
was
my
what I was just
brain.
saying. What has
my
been
God.
seen
Thanks
cannot
for not
be
reblogging
unseen.
Because once
that.
I saw it, I went, "Ah!" And now it's just there. It's awful. They
He's
made
actually never
Roger-
stopped screaming.
They made like a rubber suit
Yeah.
for Roger.
They
Ah.
go
Head
they
and
go
everything.
further out than
Oh,
most
wow.
Hollywood actual movies do.
Yeah.
I will say that. Which one was I looking at? I don't know. They had like some link. It was Game of Thrones. The costumes were actually very well made. I will give
Really?
them that. Yeah.
I just
Go
don't
on-
want to see White
Oh, yeah.
Walkers fuck someone.
Maybe you don't. 'Cause I think it was the one guy who was doing like all the DC Marvel ones, and he's just like,
oh my
yeah.
god, he's so good.
It's just like I
Should
just.
hide for real.
It's just like it's almost one of those things where like some porn stars end up actually going into like Hollywood to be like real actors. Like they really do legitly need to hire this guy to make costumes for movies because he's really good at it, or whoever he's
fucking
paying to
good.
do it.
Yeah.
Because it's
But that's really cool that, I mean, they're able to still make costumes and do what they love. Yeah, it's with porn, but I mean,
Hey,
it's still a legit job.
yeah.
sex criminals. You know, that's a book.
Oh yeah, I've read the first issue now.
How is
Pretty
it?
good. I like
it?
it. Actually, it's like I wasn't sure where it was going at first. I'm like, okay, it's kind of weird.
I want to read it, but I'm poor, so
Well,
I'll set an Indiegogo for me.
you
to read comic
should
books.
get a Kickstarter. You'll get like $55K.
Oh my
and then you can
God.
have a comic book festival of your own.
And allow everyone to shove
I don't know
potatoes
how
up
I'd
their butt.
figure out to get charity like wrapped into this one. Maybe like comics
Give
for
books to
kids.
the kids, yeah.
They have this.
Delph?
Not sex
Well,
criminals.
no, not sex criminals, but Dell Children's Center does need books for kids. So,
True.
hey, if you're in Austin.
yeah.
There is a foundation. I think it's called like Critical Comic Care, and I think it's a similar
That's
thing.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
where
see,
you-
I'd probably hook up with
They
them.
give
Yeah.
comics
yeah,
to
to kids.
Set up a
to kids.
festival,
That's
bigger
really cool.
charity for them if I got that much money for that.
Yeah.
I just could not bear to have any cent go to actually my pocket. Like that'd be too much.
You would just be like, and this is just all go to other people.
yeah, if it got like over too
Aw.
much. Like if there was enough money for me
If it's
to
like
buy-
$20, you're like, yeah, I'm fucking getting comics.
yeah, because like you know,
You're
I
not gonna
could.
change the world with $20.
Well, I
Well,
could
$1 at a time.
if I invest it correctly.
dollar counts.
I would just get a diamond encrusted monocle. I would
Of
just
course.
go all out.
Of course, with your $20.
Yeah, with my $20, it's probably be cubic zirconium.
Yep.
But
No, it's rhinestone at that point.
yeah.
All a
Not even.
diamond is compressed carbon. Anyways.
It's just like Michael's like
Rhinestone.
rhinestones stuck on with like hot glue.
That would be awesome.
I made it for you.
As long as
just
it
hand me
glistens
the
in the
20
light.
bucks.
As long as it glistens, you don't care. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a rhinestone.
You're beautiful like diamonds glistening in the sun. So before we go, I actually forgot to ask to bring this full circle back to Comic-Con.
Yes.
So what was your favorite part about Comic-Con?
I really liked that we had so much time to socialize with people.
Yeah,
We got
that
to
happens.
meet a lot of really cool new people. We got to catch up with some old friends. It was the most leisurely con I've ever had. And on one hand, that's a really shitty thing to say about a con.
Yeah.
That it was so leisurely because we didn't have a whole lot to do. But on the other hand, I really did enjoy getting to spend time with people. And that's probably the most social I've been in months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was, that
I mean-
was really good.
In all fairness, I'm kind of a hermit and stay in my house all day.
Me too.
Found that hard to believe.
I go to work and I come home and I don't do it.
You just shut the blinds.
This is like the only
barricade the
time
door.
I get out
Oh, wow.
at night.
yeah. This is.
But yeah, it was cool being able to meet people and talk with.
Really the first time I cosplayed anything, so.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely have to commend you on the costumes. Like, they were fantastic.
Thank you.
It was so great. Because I think especially, like, I had watched the video, and I think the last one I saw was the mask, and then I saw, like, the vest one you did
Yeah.
for Ace's costume. And then when I saw it in person, it was just like, this is amazing. Like, it was fantastic. Like, both costumes were great.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of
Yeah.
the way the steampunk Green Lantern turned out. That was my first costume making for somebody else, and it's a lot more challenging taking his design ideas rather than just being like, I'm just gonna fucking make what I want.
Yeah.
And to have it actually fit him like close should.
Yeah.
Because with me, I can just like try my shit on whenever I want, but like with him, like we have to like actually plan it out and kind of see how things are working, and he gets a little antsy pants.
Yeah, I don't sit still.
Yeah.
Ever.
So they're like a character on home movies. Just
Yeah.
Vibrate.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
I'm
He's just
shaky.
like
Yeah.
shaky. He's just Brendan Smalls.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Gotta film a movie.
What was your favorite part?
Kind of the same thing. Like that's my favorite thing about the con is like just the social aspect.
Yeah.
And just getting to meet new people, and then obviously for me, like the cosplay, I just love looking at all the costumes. And then especially when you find someone that's like they go that extra mile and they're like in character and they're just acting really silly. So like yeah, this is the social aspect because I don't really care as much about like let's go meet this celebrity.
Yeah.
And I guess part of it also is because like there's no one who like I'm that crazy about. Like they're cool. Like I
Right.
saw Bruce Campbell. And
That's
I didn't
cool.
expect to get starstruck. Like, literally, it was like we were taking a picture of someone else doing cosplay for the manga Bleach. And he literally just walked up, posed, and then just ran off. So and we were all just like, that was
Except
Bruce
for that,
Campbell.
Did you just like?
Yeah. It was...
As he's
He
scampering
kind of like
away?
just photobombed in a way, except for he gave you a good pose.
Yeah, pretty much,
Because
yeah.
it's Bruce fucking.
Yeah,
Because Bruce Campbell knows that you just don't want his face in there. You want him to be posed.
Yeah, you want it all. You want the entire Campbell.
Of course.
So, yeah. But yeah, it was that whole thing. And then obviously the panel, fantastic. Or both panels. I guess it was like 1.5 panels because I missed the first half. But no, that was really great.
Thanks.
So, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was weird. It felt a lot different from previous cons, though. Like, like, it didn't have the same feel. Like, I don't know. For some reason...
slow.
Yeah.
Yes. Slow and dead. There wasn't just a whole lot of stuff going on.
I just don't
Yeah.
remember being able to move around like that in a con.
Yes, because last year it was like you're walking around like a sardine. Like,
Yeah.
pardon me,
Like,
sir.
it was great for my anxiety.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was going to have
I
a
didn't
panic
get
attack
overheat.
trying to just
Yeah.
go through the floor. But, I mean, I don't know. I felt like there weren't a whole lot of people dressed up. I mean, there were a lot of people dressed up on Saturday compared
Yeah.
to Friday. But there's still just there's just wasn't a lot of people there.
Yeah, because I felt like overall, it just felt a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And Friday especially, because I didn't get there Thursday, but Friday was like, there was still a good amount of people dressed up, but it was like nothing compared to previous years.
Right.
And then it's like it ends on Saturday, and you're just expecting, because like for me, it's like I go Friday and Saturday, like hit the pavement, trying to get as much done as possible.
Yes.
Then Sunday's like the leisurely day, and then you go
through Artist Alley, and you take your time, and
But it was all off because it was all Saturday.
Yeah.
Everything was on Saturday.
Yeah.
Everything was on Saturday.
Sunday I woke up in a panic, and I was just like, we need to fucking get ready. And then I was like, well, no. Like, con is over now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really hope they change that for next year. I know that they had sent an email, and they're like, if you want to give your feedback on the con, like, that's the first thing.
The date.
Yeah.
They're
Don't,
wrong.
Yeah, no Thursday. Like, we need Friday
Well,
through
get it
Sunday.
away from ACL.
Get away from ACL.
Yeah.
Get it away from the other cons as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Alma City's kicking your ass. If you want to make any money, you need to move it away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think a lot of the problem this year was that the heavy hitter names, Matt Smith and Karen Gillan, both canceled.
Yeah.
And they were really counting on that, it seemed like.
There's a lot of Whovians that obviously bought their tickets before the Whovians.
Yeah.
Well, and like, I don't know. It didn't have any incentive for the con goers. Really,
There's some really cool artists and comic book creators.
Right, but you go to a con to go to the panels and see Wizard World to see your celebrities.
I would have been really excited to see Karen Gillan and Matt Smith because I've never
Absolutely.
seen really any the British stars that I love come over to America that are not going to LA or New York, which I just don't like either of those cities. And and they're expensive to go to.
Really, Louise feels differently.
You can say that about LA, but New York.
New York City.
New York City.
Okay, by Texas standards, by Austin standards, LA is expensive. I know it's not as expensive as New York, but I mean, for our way of living, it is still expensive.
They're both ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I was going to say...
We're number 1 and 2, and then Austin's 3, so there you go.
Definitely.
And our wages haven't gone up.
Yeah, I think they've gone down.
You don't need money.
Wah, wah, wah.
Give it to us. I was going to say to Kelly's point, as far as the way that Wizard World works, it's very celebrity driven.
Right.
It's not like they're promoting like, hey, go meet people. It's not like the things that we enjoy about the con. It's not like those aren't their promotional points. Theirs are, here's the fancy celebrities, so we can charge you $90 a weekend. You know.
Right.
It's like, so if you don't, because it's like, okay, the previous year they had Stan Lee. So Stanley's a big thing, and before that they had the entire cast of Star Trek coming back.
Next gen,
That was the first.
That was the first con we'd ever gone to.
Yeah,
and it was amazing
because we met Patrick Stewart.
There were so many people there, and there was so much shit to do there.
Yeah,
too.
there's so many good panels that we actually wanted to see. And...
Like we actually had to make compromises.
Yeah, we're like we can't see that, and then the next one, the one with Stan Lee, like. We're not super Stanley huge like fawn over. Like we like him, we love him.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna pay the money for that. So I was like, it's really cool. But there's panels that